Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I've talked about flushing out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs. How Navage's powered suction can help you breathe better, and how your nose is the body's air filter, and Navage will clean it out. But don't take my word for it. What do people like Chad say, who wrote, Navage has helped clear out my nasal passages every single night. My wife says my snoring has gone way down. Snorefest be gone, unquote. Navage is the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million customers to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Hear that? That's the sound of water coming from leaking pipes. Hi, this is Pete from Repipe Specialists. Let's end those leaks and the damages they can cause to your walls, ceilings, and floors by replacing those old, corroded, or brittle pipes with high-quality new ones. With over 30 years of experience and work that's guaranteed for life, Repipe Specialists will expertly and seamlessly repipe your entire home in just 1 to 2 days. Call us by this Saturday to save 20%. So long, water-dripping drum solos. If you have leaks or even low water pressure, call Repipe Specialists now at 407-337-4020 to schedule a free home estimate and to save 20% on your entire job, plus zero down, zero interest financing for the first 18 months on approved credit, local and insured. Call 407-337-4020 or go to repipe.com. That's 407-337-4020. Repipe.com. Repipe Specialists, making your repipe job fast, seamless, and simple. That's our specialty.
Florida residents get in for only $16.50 now through the end of January at Gatorland.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money, M-O-N-E-Y, money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. Are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go for a Tuesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We have a lot of stuff to go over today. We'll get you caught up on what's happening out there. Deb's Woke News will do that here in just a few minutes. Top of the hour, 4 o'clock. We'll do What'd You Do That's New. That's when we'll go over Ross's suggestion and get to mine. In the 5 o'clock hour, trivia. 6 o'clock, it's Ross Thoughts and Last Call, plus your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Miss Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien Ross Padgett.
Oh, yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social media, Facebook, Instagram at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, it's just at Jim Colbert Show. And, of course, always online at JimColbertLive.com. Your 3 o'clock keyword is money, M-O-N-E-Y. Just cruise over to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. Today's the day.
Is it?
Today's the day we get our first winner.
Oh, no, I'm more concerned with me being a winner. I haven't played my Mega Millions yet.
Oh, that's coming up tonight.
1.1 Billy.
I'll be right back.
That's
All right, yeah.
I always appreciate my needing gas lining up with a large jackpot.
It's so funny that is my shortest memory span is from lottery ticket purchase to lottery ticket purchase. I just said what a fool I was for spending money on something that I mean, every comet could hit with every satellite falling out of the sky at one time and hitting you directly in the forehead is a way better chance of you even getting 4 of those numbers. I mean, it's insurmountable, the difference in the ability. Look, I pay the $20 just to dream.
But that's it. You can pay the $2 and dream. That's my point. Yes, you can.
You can't dream. The dream's not as strong. A $2 dream sucks.
Jimmy, your $20. Wait, no. How much did you spend?
$20.
And you got how many numbers?
I got 10.
10. So he has
10. I got 10 chances.
10 chances.
You
of
had 10
one.
chances, but you only got one number.
Yeah, I got one number out of all of them.
So Jack's point is you could have spent that $2, saved 18, and
Look,
still only got one number.
I get it. It's not as exciting. Jack gets like 4 seconds of pleasure by checking those numbers. After double checking mine, that's a good 45 seconds of entertainment.
I get the same dream, though.
No.
And the dream comes from the time you buy the ticket till the time they draw the
I
numbers.
disagree, Jack. It doesn't seem like you could dream as vividly for $2.
You don't know how I can dream.
Is it for 20?
I have a dream.
All right, 407-916.
That changes that.
101. It does dramatically, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I have a dream, damn it.
You've tiptoed into the lottery world a little bit. You've done some scratch offs here recently, right?
I buy scratch offs whenever my wife is like in a mood.
Yeah.
Because it gives her a rush.
Yeah. It's an auto good mood, right?
Yeah. Even when you lose, you're like, oh, but I had a chance. But man, I'm not.
You're like, Ross, clean up your Monopoly money.
Oh man, I'm not doing good. You're over here talking about money. I got ripped off this morning.
How did you get ripped off?
Because I went. Oh man,
Did you buy some crypto?
I'm still angry about this.
Oh,
I'm still
please.
bummed.
That explains the mood.
Well, the funny thing is
no,
Ross,
Jack, you should be very proud of him. This is a very Jack moment he's going to be sharing with you.
I can't wait.
I don't think it's a Jack moment.
It's
I
a
think,
Jack moment.
I think it's a fool moment.
Hey,
Jack
wait a minute. Whoa. Now I'm insulted.
what
So
happened?
I went to this
Not at all.
mechanic. This is like the third time that I've been there. The first 2 times went fine. Went
Swimmingly.
good.
This
Yeah.
is your 2006 Nissan Sentra with roll-up windows.
2007.
Yeah, no, it's an 06.
Is
He's
it?
right.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
sorry, dude.
Don't compliment a turd.
Yeah, the dipstickless. The dipstickless.
And he may or may not have a dipstick by now.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
All right.
Which is pretty dipstick of me.
Dipsticky.
And dipsticky. So this is the third time. The first 2 times were fine. I got oil changes there. I remember them being like $40, $45, around there. And I'm like, any oil change under $50, that's my line, whatever. So I show up, I go oil change, I give them the key. As soon as I give them the key, this like younger mechanic guy walks out and goes, yeah, it's gonna be $75. And I said, no, it's not. It's not $75. What are you talking about?
Did you get synthetic? Because synthetic oil is like $10 a quart or something, right?
It's 3,000 miles.
Oh, 3,000
That's
miles.
what I
So
was
you got
told.
his 10W30.
You got your
Good,
high
good,
mileage. Your STP high mileage.
I think the bare minimum when it comes to an oil change.
Which is all you need.
It's like 5 quarts too, right? Your car doesn't. It's like a tiny little 4-cylinder. It can't hold that much oil.
Half the time I am accelerating with my feet like a Flintstone.
Right,
It is
exactly.
not a nice car. So I kind of pushed back on the $75 and I was really bummed. And I looked at him and I said, listen, I'm here. I need this done. I want this done. I will pay the $75. But if you charge me $75, I'm never coming back here. I'm never sending my wife back here. This will be the last interaction we have. Because I knew, even when the guy said $75, the person who I have interacted with, the woman behind the desk, knows that I've been here before. He doesn't. He just sees some colonizer walking into his Spanish mechanic shop and probably thinks I'm trying to like file a lawsuit or something. I don't know. But the girl knew that I've been here before. She knew that I was getting screwed over.
What was his excuse for going
Inflation.
up 35?
He just said inflation, but then, which I'm like, I get, sure, whatever.
Not $35.
I'm not spending, no oil change is $75.
Unless you got an air filter.
Mine is, but I need some 0W0 or stuff.
You have a much better case than you think. Now, did they change the oil filter as well? I mean, I think that's common with an oil change, right?
yes.
The filter comes out as well.
They have to.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
it's part of it. Is it you have an itemized receipt from this place? Isn't it a
I
national?
threw it away out of anger.
Is it a chain?
Oh,
No.
It's not a chain. It's a garage.
It's a small business that I was trying to support.
Your car holds 3 quarts of oil.
Nice.
2.9 quarts of oil for a 2006 Nissan Sentra with a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder, which is exactly what you have. 3 quarts of oil. So you essentially paid $25 a quart for oil.
And then
You
And
could have
it's-
had Jimmy do it for you for half.
I think it's $6 retail at the auto parts store.
So-
$6 to $8 max.
I knew I was getting ripped off.
Yes.
And to even make it worse is that the woman who knew that I was getting screwed over, she apologized and said, he just thinks you've been here before, haven't you? And I'm like, why does that play
It doesn't-
any role
It shouldn't
in
matter
this equation?
at all.
at all. So then she gave me a 10% discount. And and I said, hey, I just want to let you know, I'm never coming back here ever again. She goes, oh, no, please, it's okay. I'm like, nah, the damage is done.
Yeah.
Right.
And then she goes, well, that's the owner's son.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And I'm like, why are you telling me this?
Yeah, none of that matters.
I don't need any of your tea on the mechanic shop here.
What I need is the $40 oil change you gave me just a few months ago when I came in here before. Now it's double the price, and you can't explain why. Because it's 3 quarts of oil. It's 3 quarts. I think the filters are like $7, $7 to $10.
Yeah.
The max you should have paid is like $50 max.
And I feel like I'm not even like deal hunting at $50 for an oil change. And I stayed there. They lifted it up. They did it.
I'll give you an example.
They weren't even busy.
I put synthetic oil in my truck.
Wonder
because,
why.
that way it's like 10,000 miles or whatever. It's supposed to be like 7. It's 10. Trust me, it's fine.
Same.
Right. So, and I do that. Even with that and the change and a couple other things, I just got this done. It was $116. So, and I got the best oil you can get.
I did not.
I paid $75, but I need this high-end synthetic oil.
Weird flex
for mine.
Yeah.
Because I drive a really nice car.
Jack and I are oil flexing.
But for someone like
Nothing
myself,
like lube flexing here on a Tuesday.
Hey, I'm just glad it's you and Jack that's lube flexing, Ross. But I feel you, right?
Don't knock it.
You want to support a local business, and they ended up making $75 and then costing themselves. $40 times however many oil changes you would have continued to support a small business. So I hope that inflation helped you, bro, because you just lost a customer too, actually.
That's wild. And I mean, you and Olivia have been going there for how long?
Honestly, just in these last couple of months.
Yeah.
Because the other mechanic, we were like, they got new owners. It's not the same vibe.
Yeah.
So I just went to the one closest to my house, gave them a chance. It worked.
Yeah.
Went back, worked.
Man.
Then today happened.
Yeah, it's so vital when you find somebody like that.
$75.
When you find somebody you trust to do work like that, you gotta. I mean, I tell you, I gave Angel my car guy recommendation a few months back. He had an issue. He goes, hey, you know anybody that works on Euros? And I said, what do you have? And he goes, like a BMW. And I said, I have the guy that you can trust and will do the good work for you to do that. And like even when we don't have any car, we take it to this guy because we know we can trust him.
Someone just texted us at 77031. Give me a moment. Audi charged me $876 for an oil change, filter, and other basic 50,000-mile tune-up. I would take the 75 anytime.
Yeah, but the tune-up is different because, I mean, that's plugs, wire. I mean, that's a lot of stuff that's involved with that.
That's an Audi.
And that's an Audi. But an oil change shouldn't be that much. It's still just 3 quarts of oil into a car that has 150,000 miles on it. There's a certain kind of oil you use for it. And it ain't $25 a quart. And it doesn't take long to do it. 10-minute oil changes are the norm now. So you can't even say it's time.
I was so angry that I pulled up Yelp.
Oh, don't do that.
And then I had to sign up, and I was like, I don't care that much.
Don't be that guy. No. Don't Yelp them out, dude. You did it. You're fine. You made your stand. You're good. And you still got a good service. Paid too much for it, but they didn't get your business anymore, so you've made your stand.
Yeah, so now I'm like, we should make a dating app for mechanics.
Right,
Not mechanics to date, but for customers to be like, I really like this guy. I like his mustache.
All right, 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. So at JimColbertLive.com right now,
okay,
there is a video up. And if you guys will remember, I did some video work for Corona Cigar a few months back.
Yeah.
I went over and shot some stuff. And to be honest with you, I didn't know exactly how they were going to put it together. I just know it was a big ad for the store. We have such a great relationship with those guys that they wanted to put something together featuring me. And they asked me to come up and do it. And it's on the website right now, JimColbertLive.com. Check it out.
If you appreciate fiction.
Check it out, and we'll talk about it a little bit later in the show. Probably after What You Do That's New, we'll be talking about the video.
Oh, yeah, we'll be talking about that.
Plus, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Hypocrisy is one of the things we'll be talking about today, plus a number of other things. Deb, what's coming up for news?
Well, an executive order expands conservation efforts here in Florida. A Brevard Bridge could be renamed in honor of Sally Ride. And IHOP brings back a fan-favorite menu item for its 65th birthday. We'll tell you what that is and more coming up next during Woke News.
Thanks, Zeb. 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Don't forget your 3 o'clock keyword is money. That's M-O-N-E-Y. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. $1,000. Back with Deb's News, more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
What's more exciting than a brand new iPhone with a dozen cameras? How about Real Radio on your iPhone? Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
We're seeing some slow traffic this afternoon, heading east on I-4 between State Road 536 and Central Florida Parkway. We're up to speed in the westbound direction. No reported issues there. We're looking good, too, on the turnpike throughout the county. It looks like the 408 a good ride, as well as 417, and no reported problems on the beach line. If you see traffic problems, make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa is bringing brisket back in a big way. Try it in a sandwich, bowl, or a panini. Brisket just got better at Wawa.
2023 is here. Is LASIK one of your New Year's resolutions? Well, if it's not, it should be. Schedule a consultation with the leader in vision correction surgery. That, of course, is the Filatowski Eye Institute, and it's easy. Simply text 1041 to the number 868686 to schedule your appointment now. They use the latest state-of-the-art technology, and their surgeons have performed over 65,000 LASIK procedures. They've got it down. You are the benefactor, and you are going to love what happens afterwards. Your life will change overnight. Just text 1041 to 868686 and schedule that LASIK consultation with the Filatowski Eye Institute today.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
The music we listen to all year long. The anthems that were our soundtrack for 2022. And the stars who made the songs we love will all be celebrated.
Live from Los Angeles on Fox.
March 27th.
Let's get it started. Be here as this year's nominees are unveiled. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific.
I never write reviews, but Navage is so amazing, I had to leave one. Nothing's ever cleared out my sinuses as well. I'm blown away by how Navage works. That's a review from Carrie, and it's one of over 100,000 online testimonials praising Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I've talked about flushing out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, how Navage's powered suction can help you breathe better, and how your nose is the body's air filter, and Navage will clean it out. But don't take my word for it. What do people like Chad say, who wrote, Navage has helped clear out my nasal passages every single night. My wife says my snoring has gone way down. Snorefest be gone, unquote. Navage is the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million customers to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Injured on the job? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Glenn Levine, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
My partners had told me I should get my knee replaced. I was in my 40s, and I decided that I wouldn't do that.
That's orthopedic surgeon Dr. John Herzog, who found regenerative medicine years ago and became a believer.
It changed my life around. It improved me to a point where I was able to jog again.
That's when Dr. Herzog switched his focus from surgery to helping his patients with natural biologics.
I've treated at least 5,000 patients. I believe your body has everything it needs to heal itself.
Today, you'll find Dr. Herzog at QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in this exciting field of medicine that can give lasting pain relief with no downtime, no drugs, and no surgery.
I have patients coming up to me that I did 10 years ago saying, Doc, my elbow's still working great. I'm playing tennis 3 days a week.
Call QC Kinetics now to explore alternative ways to deal with your pain. It's a free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 689-244-7980. That's 689-244-7980. In Orlando, Winter Park, and the Villages, 689-244-7980.
Here's an unexpected, unplanned, and unprecedented buying opportunity from International Diamond Center. A massive store-wide clearance sale now through January 15th. IDC's on a mission to clear out excess inventory. We've slashed prices on a multi-million-dollar selection of rings, earrings, pendants, bands, bands, bracelets, and more. You save 20, 30, even 40% on selected pieces of exquisite jewelry. And because IDC doesn't play the markup to markdown game, you know these discounts are the real deal. Hoop earrings, save 33% off IDC's already low price. Diamond stud earrings, marked down 28%. Fashion bracelets, 30% off. Fancy yellow diamonds, save an incredible 40%. Extreme values in virtually every category. If you have a special occasion coming up this year, or if you just love an unbelievable deal, you can't miss this special savings event. It's IDC's surprise clearance sale with unprecedented discounts store-wide. Outrageous savings now through Sunday, January 15th only, and only at International Diamond Center. Get showroom directions, store hours, and learn more at shopidc.com.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel vPro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Research shows listeners prefer a personalized experience. So to help you remember, Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance. We personalized this ad for Amber, who really misses boy bands from the 90s.
Hey girl, I'm the cute one, here to tell you how Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I'm the heartthrob. The only thing I love more than you is saving. And I'm the other boy in the band everyone forgot about.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Here's today's Fortnite weather report. iHeartland has been hit by a major blizzard. The snow has turned iHeartland and Fortnite into a winter wonderland with new festive games, including a winter-themed escape room, a holiday obstacle course, ice skating, hidden holiday gifts, and more. Look out for upcoming special events from your favorite artists and podcasters all month, along with scavenger hunts and new How Fan Are You challenges. So embrace the holidays at iHeartland and Fortnite. Head to iHeartRadio.com/iHeartland today.
Radio. Real Radio. 104.1.
New year, same nonsense. Welcome back to Jim Colbert Show.
This ain't the heartache that I...
That's right.
This ain't the party.
St. Paul and the Broken Bones, if you're wondering. 407-916-1041. Jack just said they're coming to Orlando soon, so if you want to see one of the coolest vibes, this band has it. This guy does not look like how he sounds. It's amazing. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. 3 o'clock keywords money, M-O-N-E-Y. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Jack and Ross right over there. Let's get a check of the news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News.
It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world.
On the Jim Colbert Show.
Woke News brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. He's president of the Happy Home Mortgage Brokerage and host of the Home Loans Radio Show. All right, classified documents found in a private office once used by President Biden are sparking political controversy. According to a new report from CNN, they include intelligence memos from Biden's time as vice president. The cable news network added the U.S. attorney in Chicago has been assigned to the case, along with the Justice Department and the FBI. The documents were found about a week before last year's midterm elections. And appearing on the Hugh Hewitt show, former Vice President Mike Pence said the handling of the situation compared to the FBI raiding former President Trump's residence proved, quote, a double standard, end quote, and go.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad, I got to tell you. And I tell you, the worst thing about all this, outside of the hypocrisy of everything that happened regarding documents, to me, the worst part of it is when they found them and then when we found out about it.
Right.
I mean, that information was known the week before the midterms, and then now you're finding out about it? Like basically 2 months later, a month later? I mean, it's shaky, man. And look, I don't think the cases are the same at all. I really don't. But this is one of the many reasons that people hate politics and hate politicians, because of the blatant hypocrisy of pointing fingers when you're just as guilty as the other one. It stinks. It just stinks. And it's sad for the country, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it is. Here we go again, right?
Yeah.
In other political news, the Florida Democratic Party will look for a new leader. Chairman Manny Diaz announced yesterday he's resigning effective immediately. Now, he led the organization for 2 years, but Diaz says he encountered a deeply entrenched culture resistant to change, and he accused members of putting their personal agendas ahead of the team's. He also says the party relies too much on social media activists instead of roll-up-your-sleeves volunteers, something that's been pointed out before. You know, a lot of university students, their concerns may not necessarily mirror those of the average American sitting around their kitchen table, but it is what's interesting, the first time in 150 years that a Democrat doesn't hold a statewide office.
Wow.
All right, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed an executive order today expanding conservation efforts in the Sunshine State. Speaking at a restaurant near Naples today, DeSantis said the order proposes $3.5 billion for Everglades restoration projects and the protection of our state's water resources. It also identifies projects for restoring like the Indian River Lagoon and expands wastewater protection programs. Think of all those leaking septic tanks that are leading to some of the problems in the Indian River. The order also aims to strengthen coastal resiliency. Think of what happened Daytona Beach shores and up and down the East Coast after this season's hurricanes, as well as expedite the state's land conservation efforts.
Right. Got to take care of those beaches, man. I don't know if you know this. It's a big draw for the state.
It's a big draw.
And make sure they're beautiful and pretty.
And the real estate.
Yeah.
You know, the real estate.
That's important.
2 manatees are back in their natural habitat in Tampa Bay.
Yes!
Workers at Zoo Tampa and Tico Manatee Viewing Center released the rehabilitated animals in Apollo Beach earlier this morning. Corduroy and Pebbles were rescued after they were involved in separate boat accidents in 2021 and 2022, but they're now both healthy enough to live on their own. Nearly 80 manatees have been treated here in Orlando, Tampa, and Jacksonville so far this year.
Have you ever canoed down to like Blue Springs to see the manatees as they gather in the winter? Have you ever done that, Ross?
I have not, but I've always wanted to peep a manatee.
It's very cool. You can actually go with your wife and go to Blue Springs, just drive up there, and then walk down to the spring, and they're right there, and they're plentiful. And I tell you, the first thing I realized when I saw a manatee is, holy S, they are gigantic.
They are huge.
They are big, big, big.
And Ross, this weekend would be perfect because we're expecting another cold snap like the one we had at Christmas time, which means you could see upwards of 600 manatees huddling at Blue Springs State Park to stay warm.
Like it's no joke. They look like minnows in there. There's so many of them in there.
Well, this is a sad story and one that we've been covering since Hurricane Ian, but some Osceola County residents forced from their homes due to flooding are on the move yet again. Dozens of former residents of Kissimmee's Good Samaritan Village have been told, you need to vacate your hotel by Friday.
Wow.
Skedaddle. Scram.
This is the 4th hotel residents of the senior community have stayed in since Hurricane Ian displaced them. This would be tough on anyone in their 20s, 30s, or 40s, but even more so when you're a senior citizen. Some residents have been able to find new homes, but others are struggling. And a county official tells Channel 9 federal, state, and local governments will continue to help residents find long-term housing.
Good luck.
Yeah, exactly.
Those
just sound like fancy words, really.
Yeah, man.
They're just fancy words.
Yeah, you just drive around and notice how many for rent or for sale signs are up.
Exactly.
Just drive around. Just find a for rent sign.
Dozens of internet satellites are now in low Earth orbit following the latest launch from SpaceX, a Falcon 9 rocket carrying 40 broadband satellites for the communication company OneWeb out of London lifted off shortly before midnight last night from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Hope you didn't mind those sonic booms right before midnight. Wakey, wakey. Meanwhile, a SpaceX Dragon cargo ship undocked from the International Space Station on Monday. It's going to return to Earth tomorrow. With several tons of scientific experiments for analysis, will be splashing down off the coast of Florida.
Very cool.
East coast of Florida. It is.
Code Black and some of his friends went out 30 miles out Sunday to go fishing.
Really?
And they were out there, and he said it was kind of cool because it was Saturday or Sunday. It was Saturday, yeah.
The weekend.
Sunday, yeah. So he's driving back, and he goes, hey, and it was cool. We didn't catch anything, but we did get to drive by the launch area before they shut it down and see the rocket up there and everything.
Cool.
All steaming and ready to go.
Oh, yeah. Plus, they just did a static test for the Falcon Heavy, getting ready for that launch coming up as well. Meanwhile, a newly constructed bridge in Brevard County could be renamed in honor of a legendary astronaut. Commissioners are considering changing the NASA Causeway, which connects Merritt Island to Cape Canaveral, to Dr. Sally Ride Memorial Bridge.
That's cool.
Ride was the first American woman to fly into space on the Challenger shuttle in 1983. And then, of course, the very next year in 1984, on Challenger, she helped release the Herb satellite that just crashed to Earth on Sunday. She was added to the Astronaut Hall of Fame in 2003 before she died about 9 years later. Officials are expected to meet later this afternoon.
Is there any connection to her and the song?
Ride, Sally, Ride?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Just a
Mustang
coincidence?
Sally?
Yeah, because Mustang Sally came out way before she ever became an
Mustang
astronaut.
Sally.
Ride, Sally, ride.
That's right.
That
Song's
must be
about
cool.
20 years before her flight.
Yeah.
In other words, it was very prophetic.
Exactly.
Yeah,
there
yeah.
you go. There you go.
Thanks, Jim.
Brightline is getting ready to open a station that's going to expand further access across Florida, and it kind of sounds pretty schwanky.
How about hopping a train and get into Miami in a few hours?
Oh, yeah. Not only that, the station will be in the center of Orlando International Airport's brand new Terminal C, which everybody's been singing the praises of how comfortable and beautiful new Terminal C is.
Oh, yeah.
Very expansive, comfortable. Well, like you said,
The
Jimmy.
other terminals already hate it.
Have you seen photos of the new terminal?
Yeah, it's fake.
It looks like Men in Black's office.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, it will connect stops in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach. New renderings were shared yesterday showing a marketplace, entryway, cocktails crafted by hand. Officials say they have carefully thought through every detail to ensure it exceeds the expectations for travelers. Service is set to begin sometime this year.
Yeah, MCO is a good airport.
It's a great
I mean,
airport.
I don't travel like a ton, but the places I go, it's all big cities, and I think our airport holds its own easily.
Very much
across
so.
cities, the equal size or even bigger than ours.
And I think it's easier to navigate than like an O'Hare. All right, speaking of the airport, a search is underway to find a carjacking suspect. Orlando police just tweeted out a photo of the suspect, young white guy. It looks to be like between 25 and 30 years old. Orlando police say this young man someone reported being carjacked yesterday morning at Orlando International Airport near the Frontier Airlines curbside area. The alleged victim wasn't hurt. Police haven't revealed what kind of car the suspect took or what the suspect looks like until today when they did release the photo. Someone was dropping someone off for a flight. This guy walks up with a gun, says, "Get out."
Wow. Man, that is balls.
That is balls. And that's the last thing. I mean, when you're already at the airport, dealing with the airport.
Man, there's so much.
And there's usually so many police around to make sure you're not parking.
I can't believe they don't have a 50-camera shoot on this guy. There are so many security cameras around there.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Like you'd be able to tell everything about this person.
By the way, if you are on the 408 right now, I just got a push notification that our car fire is currently causing delays on the 408.
Yeah,
so,
people are texting about it already, too.
Okay,
so,
yeah. So definitely avoid the 408. Give us some idea of direction if you can. I couldn't get to the push notification before, so let us know. An Orange County man wanted for robbing a gun store in Brevard County is in custody. Apopka's Jeremy Middleton was arrested last week in Pinellas County. The 24-year-old was wanted for robbing Sicarios Gun Shop in Melbourne on Thursday. Now, he was arrested Friday, and the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office says, yep, he was caught with a gun reported stolen from that store, but that's not all. Melbourne police say investigators searched his home and found another 14 stolen guns, including all of the guns that reported stolen from Sicarios. Sicarios Gun Shop's owner expressed his gratitude on Facebook yesterday to law enforcement and called them true professionals.
Sure.
Detectives in Manatee County, meanwhile, have closed a 16-year-old murder case with the arrest of a 40-year-old Bradenton man. The sheriff's office says this is the second time Pedro Garcia has faced a cold case murder charge. The second time. Think of how rare that is.
Yeah.
Deputies say Garcia has now been charged in the June 2006 killing of 21-year-old Guadalupe Vega in the backyard of a house along 33rd Avenue East. And then in 2021, Garcia was arrested for the 2014 murder of Samuel Conde. Garcia, a known gang member, was out on bond for that homicide when he was arrested.
Wow.
Keep him locked up.
Yeah.
All right, this is a national story, but it's really, really important, especially for folks, young parents, grandparents, anyone who's watching over an infant. But consumer officials are really, really concerned because now at least 100 deaths of infants have been linked to the recalled Fisher-Price Rock and Play sleepers. That's an incredible amount of deaths to be tied to this particular product. The Consumer Product Safety Commission said there were reports that infants were rolling from their back onto their stomach or side when they weren't restrained in the seat. Now, Fisher-Price has said they weren't able to confirm all of the circumstances surrounding that, but that's what it appears that these infant deaths are tied to, is them being able to roll over because they weren't restrained. Now, a recall for the product was first issued in 2019, and at that time, only 30 deaths were connected to the product. So from 2019 to 2023, you have 70 more infants.
Oh, man.
Nearly 4.7 million of the products were sold at major retailers, including Walmart, Target, and online at Amazon from September 2009 through April 2019 for between $40 and $149.
Wow, man.
So if you have a Fisher-Price Rock and Play sleeper, just throw it out. Don't even donate it. That's the worst thing you can do, because people go to thrift stores trying to get, baby items on the cheap. What a great deal. And then 9 times out of 10, you end up with a recalled product that shouldn't even be on the store shelves.
Like who even says, let this thing kill somebody else? Not my kids. No way.
And the toy is called a sleeper?
Well, it's not a toy. It's a Fisher-Price Rock and Play sleeper. So it's one of those things where you can put the baby like on the counter while you're doing something, and they have an activity, and then you strap them in and they rock. It kind of rocks them to sleep.
Right, yeah.
Oh, my God.
You'll find out.
Yeah. All right, a $2 Mega Millions ticket could have over $1 billion to someone's bank account when the numbers are drawn tonight.
See that, Jimmy? A $2 ticket.
That's right, Jack. They wrote it thinking of you, Bradshaw. The top prize for tonight's drawing is going to be at least $1.1 billion. It's the third largest jackpot in the game's history. There have been over 20 drawings since someone last won the Mega Millions jackpot. That was back on October 14th.
Yeah, not that long ago. And did you see the annuity? I think Channel 6 put out the annuity versus the lump sum.
No.
Well, if you get the lump sum, it comes out to be like right at 500 million, right? Like 490 million or whatever. If you get the annuity, it's $830 million. That's how much you give up because of the annuity thing, because of the idea of paying you once a year every 30 years. And it increases 5% per year as it's paid to make room for cost of living increases or whatever, which doesn't matter when you're bringing home, whenever he checks 20 million.
Is it transferable?
I believe to your spouse only, though, I think. I don't think it's...
Oh, really? I thought it was to children.
I only thought it was spouse. I guess it could be direct descendants, but I just heard it was just spouse.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, if you're not married, that doesn't make any sense, does it?
Would you do the annuity or would you do the lump sum?
I would do the lump sum. Yeah, because I want to spend it all before my kids get a hold of it.
Yeah, there you go. Well, the largest prize in the game's history was more than $1.5 billion, and that was back in 2018. Got a fat dog or cat at home? Well, dog owners at least can now buy a Fitbit for their pets.
God almighty.
All right.
God
And they
almighty.
say white people don't have culture.
The new
This is definitely a white person thing.
The new Animo $150 GPS tracker provides location along with activity and behavior monitoring with no monthly fee.
Sure, yeah.
It clips onto the pet's collar and can alert their owner in seconds if it leaves its safe zone. It also keeps stats on sleep, barking, scratching, and shaking.
Right, yeah. I need to know my dog's heart rate.
It will even send owners a notification when it detects a notable change in behavior.
Okay, yeah.
I laugh.
I think it sounds like a great idea, actually.
It's a great idea
It's
in the sense of you're going to get information that you have been convinced that you need.
Well, unless you have like a lot of behavioral problems and you can kind of track and figure out what's going on, or people coming home or people being, packages being delivered.
God, if the thing is, it's just something else to be neurotic about. My wife already freaks out that the dog's going to get injured at any given point. I mean,
does she worry about you like that?
No.
I do.
And look, true story. My wife has this thing where she's like, I think I left my curling iron on. Every woman does it, right? We get halfway down to where we're going. I think I left my curling iron on or my hair iron on. I'm like, okay, let's go around. And then we're talking just the other day, and she goes, and we were talking about how we have these eccentricities like that, and we do things like that, and this hair thing. And I said, yeah, I would hate for it to. And I said, well, what are you worried about? And she said, and I said, well, we can build another house. She goes, I don't care about the house or anything. I just don't want my dog to get hurt. And she never mentions me getting hurt. She never mentions any of the investment It's the dog. That's all she cares about the dog. I said, the dog is going to be fine. The dog, get out.
How funny would it be if Jim got hurt by a curling iron?
And she ran and checked on Sadie instead.
That is great.
Yeah. A little irony there, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Irony.
Finally.
Curling irony.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that it's irony, that the irony is ironic.
Exactly.
Welcome to the Jim Colbert Show, guys.
Exactly. That's our grade A material right there.
Looking into a reflection of a reflection.
And finally, IHOP is bringing back a signature menu item for its 65th birthday. The Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity, y'all.
Oh, man. I thought it was going to be... Is it the Boons over Miami still there?
I believe so.
Okay.
But the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity is back at U.S. IHOP restaurants. The combo includes...
Is it French toast?
No, 2 fruit top pancakes. You do not remember what the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity included?
For the record.
Is it Moons Over Miami Denny's?
Is it Denny's?
Oh.
It's not IHOP.
Okay. For the record,
You're horrible at this.
You're not judging me on terrible breakfast joints, okay? This is not where my foodie... I'm not sticking my foodie flag in either one of these mountains.
That's why we won't cook for you or invite you out to dinner anywhere.
Do the pancakes come with the scoop of vanilla ice cream on the plate?
My God.
I don't know, but the combo does include 2 fruit top pancakes, 2 eggs, and either bacon or sausage links. Now, fans can choose glazed strawberries or choose from 3 new toppings, including cinnamon apple,
nice,
blueberry, and seasonal mixed berry.
Wow.
Side of ice cream extra. The Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity is back for a limited time only.
Nice, okay.
In 3rd grade, I found out that actually wasn't a vanilla scoop of ice cream. I popped it in my mouth.
Oh, that big wad of
butter.
Oh, no.
It was butter.
Oh.
It's a scoop of butter.
They used to do little
on the
butter
plate.
scoops. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's yummy.
Ice cream.
I have a cousin who used to eat butter by the stick.
Oh, my God.
Just unwrap it and...
I think you're saying past tense for a reason?
Yeah, no. And the kid is as skinny as...
Is he really?
Oh, my God. You'd never believe it. But now you all are officially woke, and Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. It's a new year, and he's got a new feature on his website that lets you show you the broker difference. You just need to go to thatmortgageguyDon.com, click the compare quote button, and upload your quote. That's it. He'll interpret it for you, tell you how much you are actually paying the bank or retail lender for your loan, and let you know if you can get a better deal. And if you already have a great deal, he'll tell you that too. It's peace of mind at your fingertips, so don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I'll get your reviews of the video that's at JimColbertLive.com right now. Corona CR made it.
The Colbert.
I'll get your video.
The
Well,
Colbert.
okay. We'll get your reviews of it next, guys, okay?
The Colbert.
Okay.
Facebook. More than a place to remind you of birthdays. Find us and like us. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. We started the day with partly cloudy skies, but the sun will be out and shining by this afternoon. Temperatures today reaching the seasonal low 70s across the interior. Overnight lows tonight will be dipping into the 40s, so a bit chilly by the time you head out the door tomorrow morning. Temperatures continue to warm throughout the afternoon on Thursday, and then a cold front arrives, bringing rain and cooler air just in time for your weekend.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber, HOA and condo board members. Bring your community the fastest, most reliable fiber internet while saving up to 50%. With Blue Stream Fiber, your community gains a partner, not just another provider. Start the partnership at bluestreamfiber.com/radio today.
Inflation running high, and nobody knows what's going to level out. That's why you got to buy your windows and doors at FAS and lock in your price. They have the largest window and door showroom in Central Florida, 38 unique windows ready for you to roll and check out. Pick your favorites out. They're all built with impact-resistant glass to give you security, noise reduction, and maximum efficiency. They have a full selection of hurricane windows and doors. All estimates always free at FAS. And the cool thing is they always give you plenty of options as well. All these products have a lifetime warranty. And if you act right now, $55 rebates per window and $95 per door. Remember, no money down, no interest, no payments for 12 months is available. Check out their showroom, Fairbanks and I-4. It's FASWD.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
All smashed up, don't know what to do. Just call Mo so you won't be singing the blues. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO.
Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Hey, this is Gerard Butler, and I can't wait for you to see my new movie, Plane. I play an airline pilot whose flight crash lands on an island run by a militia, and I have to rescue the passengers turned hostages. It's intense, and it's action-packed. See Plane this Friday, only in theaters.
Rated R.
Anybody can win at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa. One jackpot is paid out every minute on the hottest slot machines and table games. With over $2 billion in jackpots paid out in the last year, you could be the next lucky winner. Seminole Hard Rock Tampa has over 800 rooms and suites, a luxurious rock spa and salon, award-winning restaurants, and an exciting comedy and concert lineup, including pool parties with world-renowned artists. With a variety of gaming, dining, and entertainment options, anybody can win at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa.
Fence Outlet has the largest assortment of vinyl, wood, aluminum, chain link, and steel fences in Florida. That means we have the styles you want at the guaranteed lowest price. Right now, put no money down and get 0% financing on any fence. Go to fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Hi, my name's Charles. On my way to work, I was struck by a tractor trailer. I called attorney Glenn Klausman for help. He got me to really good doctors. I don't think it's right to be bragging on a billboard or TV about getting millions of dollars for getting hurt. However, I will say Glenn Klausman got me a great settlement quicker than I thought possible. I'm very happy with the results, and that's why I'm doing this. Call Glenn Klausman at 407-917-1718. His website is KLAUSMANlaw.com. Car crash, call Klausman.
Office, Winter Park.
What if you could get more for your cravings and more for your buck all at the same time? Well, at Racetrack, the bigger the cravings, the bigger the savings. Stop in and buy any 2 breakfast sandwiches for $5. If hunger strikes again, come on in and buy any pizza slice and grab another for only $1. More is tasty. Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel vPro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031.
There's the Colbert.
There you go. Oh, God, I hate this. All right, 407-916-1041. I am Jim, Deb, Jack, and Ross. They are here as well. We'll have the keyword for you at the top of the hour. Money is your 3 o'clock keyword. You do have a few minutes. Hop over there and try to make that happen for yourself at realradio.fm. So did you guys see the video?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So hold on for a second.
Hold
on for a second.
That's an awfully big stogie you got there, the Colbert.
First things first, right? This was not the entire concept, I was just asked to show up.
Okay.
I was handed the script. We went through it. I think they did a good job.
They did.
Oh, they did.
But here's the thing, Jim. So in the video, you require everybody to call you the Colbert.
Okay, I don't require that. That's like the character that they created.
And the problem is that, like, off camera, I'm not saying that you would do that, but, like, you're in the cul-de-sac of that choice.
No, you know better than that. Having me call you by, like, the Colbert as if it was a thing.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Like, look, it's a
Not yet.
It's a video. We have a great relationship. We made a video. They wanted it to sound like, look, they couldn't get all the orders out on time, so they needed to call in the heavy hitters, and I was supposed to be the heavy hitter.
The big guns.
Like, it's a superhero-esque kind of thing.
And then that farce, like, you know how to use a computer.
Yeah, that part.
Did you see me rip that order off the fax machine, Jack?
Yeah,
Nobody.
That was your Daniel Day-Lewis moment.
Nobody.
You working on a computer?
Oh, yeah. Had a headset on. I don't know if I had it on right. I was probably talking into the earpiece.
It was interesting seeing you taking customer service orders and being pleasant the entire time.
I know. That's exactly how I am.
It's called acting. It's acting.
Filling orders, chomping on that gar.
Well, you're the only one that has video editing experience. Do you think they did a good job?
Oh, no, they did great.
Yeah, they did a great job.
It was a lot of fun.
Why do you put the emphasis on they? You guys, did I do an okay job?
Yeah.
You played yourself.
Yeah.
Come on.
You did a great job.
All you did was smoke a cigar.
Well, he packed orders, mister.
I packed an order.
That they probably had to fix after he left.
I think my favorite part is when you get physically turned on by a bottle of whiskey.
Well, that was...
My favorite is talking to the bull.
That was a little improv in there, Ross, because that's a very good bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, but you wanted to do it.
Yeah, well, Ross, it's just a bottle of whiskey. It's just we're just acting, buddy. We're just we're making magic happen. There is what we're doing.
But we have no delivery vehicles.
Oh, come on, stop it.
That's okay. The Colbert doesn't need them.
Stop.
You ask a bronze statue of a cow if he likes working here.
It's not a bronze statue. It's a replica of one of the cows at the farm, I think.
I kind of enjoyed that part.
Okay.
I did too.
It's second only to him opening the door with his butt.
I know, man. Back that ass
Well,
up.
if you want to check it out, it's actually it's funny. They did a really good job,
Very
and
juvenile.
they're
The cow part was weird because I was like, why is Jim getting pet? Never mind. Other way.
Oh, wow, dude, really?
I don't know, dude. You kind of remind me of an ox.
Do I really? That's odd.
Like a shaved ox.
Okay, it's
Sure.
getting worse. Just a minute ago
Sure.
it was an ox. Now it's a shaved ox. Maybe I should stop with that.
That can't be your first time hearing that.
All right. No, yeah, it is 100%. All right, 407-916-1041.
Nah.
If you want to check it out, just go to JimColbertLive.com. And thanks to the guys over at Corona Cigar.
Yeah.
It was very kind of them to make an offer of that nature and do something fun like that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I texted Jeff this morning first thing. I was like, your guys did a great job. I mean, they really did. They only had me to work with, so it was even twice as good.
Oh, come on.
But they did a really good job. It's a lot of fun, and if you don't see it, it's pretty funny. I can laugh at myself about it.
They highlighted the Colbert.
Yeah, it was good.
I was actually impressed with the warehouse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Buddy, listen.
That thing. I was like,
Listen
wow,
to me.
That's a lot of cigars.
That is a labyrinth of cigars. I was overwhelmed by it, actually. When I walked in, because it's down in that Sand Lake area, right? And I walked in, and it's just kind of a nondescript warehouse where you walk in one door, not realizing they own half of it. And it is just towering rack system after towering rack system, just full of premium, delicious cigars and spirits and all kinds of stuff. It's just so good, an amazing experience. And the people are so kind.
Just like our texting service, it puts the Colbert on the camera.
Oh, yeah, right.
Well, one thing that I thought was an interesting acting choice.
Okay, God. Okay, I will take it as constructive criticism. Go ahead, buddy. I'll hit
is you opening up the door. You know what I'm talking about? You throw your back at it. You kind of give a little baby twerk.
He backs that ass up.
You mean when I'm coming in or when I'm leaving to make that last delivery to save the company?
Yeah. Well, yeah. The one thing that I noticed is that, like, have you been doing squats?
What do you mean have I been doing squats?
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
Complimenting you.
You saying I'm ripped up?
I'm just saying, look, there's this quick still frame that I'm like, damn, dude, look at that.
Look at this
gourd.
That's right. Gourd, what do you mean?
That thing's a pumpkin.
What is? My ass?
Yeah.
Stop commenting about that. What are you doing?
I'm just saying.
Why would you say that?
Are you saying it's nice in tone and firm and luscious?
Ooh,
the
it's
word
like a
you're looking for
peach.
is voluptuous.
Or are you saying it's fat?
SPHAT.
Look, it's been called a muscle apple.
Yeah, that's what I would I mean, this thing looks like it's running off a diesel.
Oh, and it's hanging out with the danger noodle, too, right?
I mean, this thing just straight, bam.
Listen, I got that door out of the way. That delivery had to be made.
Yeah, man.
Man, the sun was so bright. That was like the whole thing. The sun was so bright that we had to just kind of limit that shot there.
Yeah, you wink into the camera and then you use your butt to open up a door. But this door just explodes open.
It's a solid steel door, too, dude. You got to put in the work. If you really want to move those doors, you got to put in the work. Your ass is not going to do it itself.
And it made me think that, like, maybe you have been doing some squats.
He's got some junk in the trunk. Thank you, texting service.
A little workout program at the beginning of this year.
Really?
Has begun. Yeah, a little bit. That was way before this, though.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Just against my own body weight right now. Just going into it slow.
How many push-ups do you got?
I do
3?
No, it's not.
It sounded like 3.
No. I do sets of 3. So I'll do. I do it until exhaustion, right? So I do as many as I can.
Well, 3?
I think 20, 15, or 20 the first time because I'm way out of shape, and then as many as I can do the second time, which is usually right at that. And then the third time, maybe 12 or 13 because I'm pretty tired. And then for the legs, I'm doing jump rope and then squats and then doing some crunches with a medicine ball over my head. That's what I'm doing right now.
Hell, cue the Rocky montage.
I gotta get in better shape, man. I'm old. You gotta start. This is when you have to start taking care of yourself. All that time beforehand was just practice.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Practice.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Got another keyword for you in just a few seconds, and of course we'll do What'd You Do That's New on the other side of the hour.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Westbound travel on the 408 is still shut down due to a car fire between State Road 436 and the Conway East Toll Plaza. Avoid this area. Eastbound travel on I-4, steady ride between State Road 536 and Central Florida Parkway. You're seeing delays too westbound between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway, and also between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic problems? Make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
We've all felt the impact of rising food prices. For families in poverty, they're facing malnutrition and even death. You can feed a family for a month with your $50 donation to Compassion International. Just text the word radio to 97646.
Is it getting harder to find new customers? After all, it's one thing to run a business and another to grow it. But what if you had access to everyone listening to me right now? Access to all the customers in your area. As the #1 audio company in America, iHeartMedia gives you access to all the customers you need to grow at a fraction of the cost of digital, video, and social advertising. Get started today. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
Checkers $5 meal deal is for people who know what it's like to stretch. Every dollar. Ooh, before you pull a hammy, get to Checkers and feast on our $5 meal deal. Fill up on a fully dressed Checker burger or Fry Lover's burger, plus 8-piece white meat chicken bites, Checkers oh-so-famous seasoned fries, and a 16-ounce drink. Oh, mama, that's a lot for just $5. The Checkers $5 meal deal. Woo, no stretch required.
When money is tight, a little breathing room goes a long way.
It sure does. An Amscott installment cash advance from $100 to $1,000 could mean more money and more time to pay it back, all with no credit check. Amscott, some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
The Daytona Boat Show January Super Sale is at the Daytona International Speedway, January 13th through 15th, with 17 of Central Florida's best boat dealers representing over 80 manufacturers. See a huge selection of boats, including the queen of the show, a 40-foot Cayman 401cc, all in one location. Held outdoors with great deals on new and quality pre-owned boats, bow riders, pontoon boats, ski boats, cruisers, fishing boats, and much more. Join us for a day of great music, and food trucks will also be available. The Boat Super Sale you can't afford to miss. More info at DaytonaBoatShow.com.
Business owners, this could be the most important 10-minute call you will ever make. You may be eligible to receive up to $26,000 per employee through the Employee Retention Credit for overpayment of payroll taxes during the pandemic. Omega Accounting Solutions is a trusted business advisor that works with integrity to maximize your ERC refunds. Call Omega now at 800-300-9ERC to discover how much you can get back, or visit OmegaTaxCredits.com. Take advantage of the ERC Small Business Tax Credit before the 3-year sunset deadline. Filing begins to close March 31st, 2023. So find out if you qualify today with a quick, easy, free 10-minute ERC consultation. Don't wait up to a year for the ERC backlog to clear. Omega's funding division, Omega Funding Solutions, offers small business bridge loans to help you keep your business afloat while you wait for your refund. Call 800-300-9ERC to get started, or visit OmegaTaxCredits.com. That's 800-300-9ERC, or visit OmegaTaxCredits.com.
Are you ready for a sandwich with ingredients worth remembering? The new Dunkin' Bacon Avocado Tomato Sandwich. It's got premium ingredients that are easy to remember because they're right in the name. The new Dunkin' Bacon Avocado Tomato Sandwich. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Crooks know to stay away from Safe Touch houses. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson, president of Safe Touch Security Systems. No one beats our technology or our price.
Monitoring agreement required with approved credit. Beat the holiday rush. Cameras are going fast. Call 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
Some people got COVID and thought, well, that wasn't such a big deal. But you can get COVID again, and next time it could be worse, especially for those 50 and older, or with a chronic condition like heart disease or diabetes. But with an updated vaccine, you have better protection from COVID's worst outcomes. And that's a big deal. Find updated COVID vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. We can do this. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
On the podcast, Hey Dude, the 90s Called, David Lasher and Christine Taylor, stars of the cult classic show Hey Dude, bring you back to the days of slip dresses and choker necklaces.
We're going to use Hey Dude as our jumping off point, but we are going to unpack and dive back into the decade of the 90s.
We lived it, and now we're calling on all of our friends to come back and relive it.
Listen to Hey Dude, the 90s Called on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Here's what Fence Outlet customers have to say about their experience. You know, my wife makes fun of me for all the research I do before buying something. Boy, I'm glad I went with Fence Outlet for our new vinyl fence. They've been in business 25 years. They manufacture their own white vinyl fence, and they stand by it. 2 other companies closed just 2 weeks after we got their quote. I'm not one to say I told you so, but I wonder how good those other warranties are now. Thanks, Fence Outlet. Go to fenceoutlet.com. That's fenceoutlet.com.
License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Divorce? Call Trinley and Kramer, TK Law. OneFirmForLife.com.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Introducing the Dunkin' Run. A $1 donut with any medium coffee. A whole new era of...
I'm going on a Dunkin' Run. You want anything?
Yeah, maybe a jelly donut and an iced coffee.
You got it.
Ooh, wait, actually glazed donut and a hot coffee. Okay, back on track. Make it a Dunkin' Run. Get a $1 donut with any medium coffee. America runs on Dunkin'. Exclude specialty donuts and fancies. Offer valid on medium or larger coffees. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. B-I-L-L-S. BILLS. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey guys, just wanted to chime in quick about expensive oil changes. I watched this guy on YouTube, and he brought his wife's Bentley, it's an SUV, to his mechanic friend, which changed the oil for half the price of what the dealership wanted. They wanted over $800 to change the oil on that car at the dealership. And come to find out, it's all Volkswagen parts anyway. Crazy, man. All right, guys. Peace.
Yeah. Gotta pay for that dealership. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 4 o'clock keyword is Bills, B-I-L-L-S. Go to realradio.fm, send that away for your chance to win $1,000. Remember, you have to have your phone near you if you're playing the game because that's how they tell you you've won. They call you.
And you're not going to know who's calling you because there's going to be no caller ID.
That's right. That's exactly what it'll say. You got to pick it up. That's right. All right. Again, your 4 o'clock keyword is Bills.
Which
Good
we're
luck.
trying to pay.
That's right. 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Just do what you do that's new.
What you do that's new. What you do that's new. Hey! We're the only new, something new to do. We're relying on you. Tell us something new brought to you by Clausman Law.
That's right, Clausman Law, KLAUSMAN Law.com. Office is right there in Winter Park, 407-917-1718. Car crash? Call Clausman. He can take good care of you for sure. All right, what'd you do that's new every Tuesday at 4 o'clock? One of the members of the show will pick something for the other members to watch, read, or listen to. Ooh. We convene that following Tuesday at the same time to go over that and then choose something else. Ross's turn is now.
Yes.
And I have something for you guys right after this. Ross?
I left because 4 years of doing this, you say read. I think one time we had to read. Thanks to Steve Kramer.
Yeah, I think it was one time, right? Yeah, one chapter from one book, and we still barely pulled it off.
Yeah.
I chose the E60 News story special called Meet Spitfire, the Michael Jordan of dogs.
And it was worth every second of the 12 minutes of that video.
Yeah, it's a 12-minute video. I would love for all of our listeners to watch it just to understand the absurdity of how great this dog is at jumping.
I actually thought this was a clown video at first. I thought it was one of those, what's the movie about dogs that...
Best in Show.
Yeah, the Best in Show thing. I thought it was going to be like a farce is what I thought it was, a spoof on the whole idea of there being a world championship in dog jumping, but I learned quickly it was not.
Yeah, so this is... I have not been joking when I tell you that I got into dog agility tests.
Dock jumping.
Dock jumping when they jump into the water. If I'm being more than transparent when I say I like getting stoned and I like watching dogs.
It's fine.
There's nothing wrong with whatever your wormhole is.
It's fine.
But there was one video that jumped out, and that this is the video who is about the dog whose name is Spitfire, or Spitty for short.
Right.
And there's also the story of the girl who has trained said dog. But you really don't get an idea of how great and dominant this dog is without watching this video. This dog has won every competition when it comes to jumping in the dock jumping.
Multiple times. The top competitions, multiple times.
Yeah, national winner 2 years in a row.
So ESPN decided to do a little news story about said dominant dog and get some of the coolest dog footage I have ever seen.
Is this a 30 for 30 on this thing?
So it's kind of like a baby 30 for 30.
Got it, okay.
It's an E60 news story. E60, they do essentially these. So an episode of E60 would have 3 news stories. This is the small documentary about a dog you've never knew existed.
It is genuinely one of the most heartwarming 12-minute videos you will ever see in your life. No question.
I literally threw my arms up at one point when one of his jumps and went, yay, Spitfire.
I'm sitting there, I'm watching it, and I'm laughing with my headphones on, and every time Deb looks over, she knows exactly where I am in the video because there are so many heartwarming moments. I mean, the dog was... really young. The girl got the dog at 6 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
It's her life companion, basically.
How about the kite? The little diamond, literally with the tail and the oval, the little
Very
marking
cool.
on the back, which was his first name was Kite because of the marking. And then, like she said, it's an omen because literally that dog can fly.
But what really just sold me on making this a What'd You Do That's New is that about a minute and a half in, it cuts to a slow-mo 4K HD shot of Spitfire jumping as long as this dog can, and it is breathtaking.
What it is this. When the dog launches and the dog reaches altitude, you're like, okay, it should start coming down any moment now. And then it doesn't come down. It just keeps going. It looks like a cut like somebody was making a comedy video to make it look like a dog could jump 100 yards.
Yeah.
It looks like they cut it and then added some seconds in the middle and then saw it land. And then you see it in real time and you lose your mind.
And the story behind it is great. I think there's also an element of comedy in this.
Oh, there's tons of comedy in it.
When you see the girl absolutely just going off to get the dog ready for the jump.
You want your squirrel? You want your squirrel?
You want your squirrel? Yeah, you want your squirrel. Get your squirrel. Go. It just cracks me up. And then you see the end result. And, man, dogs are... We do not deserve those animals. I would never have expected that the older I got, the more into dogs I would be.
Yeah.
I am truly fascinated. Gratitude is my attitude when it comes to those little critters.
Yeah. Jack, what'd you think?
Loved it. Yeah, from that opening video when they have that dog going down the dock and they just, with the music and the slow-mo, you're just immediately invested into the outcome and to this, animal and what it can achieve. But just some amazing, seeing it fly through the air, and you're right, it's like going and you expect it to come down and it just keeps going and going. It's just it really is. It's fun to watch, and it was really neat. And I think that really the heartwarming aspect of it is that relationship with the girl. It was just kind of like the perfect marriage of a pet and owner and a girl at that young age and through her teen years. And, obviously you're, her best friend, but it makes you wonder because I guess that dog is now probably
10 years old.
10
it's
or
10
so.
years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you realize that the jumping days are probably over, but it was interesting to see that the back-to-back championships it won in 2018, it was actually in Orlando at our convention
That's
center.
right. And I think and the other, it's coming back, or has it already come back?
Yeah, no, it happened in December.
Yeah, it happened in December, so it just came back through again. I'll tell you the other thing I found out about this dog. It eats better and has better medical care than me.
Exactly. No doubt about it.
Not to mention muscle definition. Did you see his legs? Nothing but muscle.
This dog gets acupuncture.
I think the opening shot on the video is the dog on a treadmill training
it is.
For the event.
Yeah.
Remarkable.
It's a whippet, right? That's
it's
the dog,
whippet.
which kind of looks like a miniature
like greyhound,
right? Yeah. A little furrier than greyhound. They actually look a little warmer than greyhounds. Greyhounds have those long snouts. They don't look real cuddly, because they have so much. They're not. They're real lean.
Yeah.
So, but they say that dog is like those dogs are very cuddly, couch potato dogs.
Yeah.
I think the
sensitive sweethearts.
Yeah, the part that really makes my heart warm up is at the end. I think the question is, what do you want people to know about Spitfire, the most dominant jumping dog of all time? And she didn't say any trophy. She didn't say any accomplishment outside of just being a good boy.
Right. And being a great companion.
Being a great best friend, yeah.
Not only does it do distance jumping, there are a number of things that the dog does, but altitude jumping is another one.
That's the one that I was like, that he cannot possibly reach that toy. It was unreal when you saw it up there. You're like, there's no way possible.
They have a wide shot slow-mo of this dog going up. And when the dog launches, right? This is for the height one, right? When it launches, you're like, okay, it's, it's going to get it because obviously they wouldn't film it missing, but you don't understand the physics of how the dog can keep going up.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't look natural. The dog just continues to go up in the air, what looks to be 12 feet or so, 10 or 12 feet. And the dog has, what's that runway, 30 feet for the pool jump?
Yeah, if that.
It's going 30 miles an hour, 0 to 30 miles an hour by the time he hits the end of that dock.
Yeah, can jump more than 30 feet. And I think it was 8.5 feet up. 30 feet long,
a dog,
and 30 miles an hour.
A dog jumping 30 feet is on JimColbertLive.com. I beg our listeners to watch and show some love for good old Spitty.
The whole video, you can see it at JimColbertLive.com. We have it posted.
And one of the other things I think is funny about this is, they do concentrate. 99% is on Spitfire, but while showing you the competitions, they also show you that, there are multiple classes in these dog jumping things. Everything from Cocker Spaniels to Labradors are doing it. It's not just these lean dogs that jump 30 or 40 feet. It has a class. And the best thing, if you freeze it in the background, this one lady, like she looks like a teacher, like a stereotypical jeans and T-shirt kind of mom, hair pulled back, and her dog jumps 1.5 feet.
Yeah.
And she is losing her mind in the background. It's the greatest. Go boy, like cheering, hands up, like her only child just scored his last touchdown in his college career.
So now what makes me happy is that I remember when I first told you guys that I got in the dog agility test, and I understand what that sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like it got you.
Yeah, it sounds
right. Like a stoner.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
In the world or what? But this video kind of helps you guys understand why I kind of got into this, because I think it's super cool. And of course, human beings in our blood, we want to celebrate, excellency. And this is the dog that is the most excellent.
Well, you did a good job. It's a good video. Check it out, JimColbertLive.com. It's the story of Spitfire, the distance and, the all-time goat jumping dog.
Yeah, the Michael Jordan of dogs.
They kept calling him the goat. And they have multiple angles, multiple shots, multiple 4K slow shots. It is...
But it's worth seeing because, really, it defies gravity.
It's pretty cool.
And it's funny looking.
Yeah,
it's just seeing a dog just fly through the air without blinking, not moving a muscle after the jump.
Also, that swimming thing is kind of cool, too. So they have 3. They have distance, they have height, and then they have a thing where the dog, like a retrieving.
Yeah.
So
rapid retrieve.
The fastest to the toy. Super cool.
I'm just saying.
1,000 dogs. 1,000 dogs entered that. 1,000 dogs.
Spitty wins again. You can't stop Spitfire.
Not even close. All right, what I have for you guys is this. We'll get past it. That way we can move on with the show today. Obviously we lost one of the most important motorsports figures in the history of motorsports. And, of course, I would include him in, and this is probably going to cause a little fun, but, with your Richard Petty's and your Earnhardts, to drift racing and to rally racing, he was what those people were to NASCAR racing. I don't know that many people would argue that. Ken Block, we lost him in a tragic snowmobile accident. And this guy basically, along with Travis Pastrana, created an extreme motorsports genre that is a multi-billion-dollar industry now, and it really is incredible. He also started DC skate shoes and was an entrepreneur and a really good dude. And unfortunately, we lost him at 53 or 4 years old, or however he was. But I put my 2 favorite videos that really kicked his career off. One of them is Climb Kana, and the other one I believe is Jim Kana going through San Francisco, if I remember right. I'm not 100 on that, but I put 2 videos up. They're 9 minutes each, and I think these really do define what that sport really was about and the technical abilities that Ken Block shows with vehicles with 1,000 horsepower. It's more than just what it isn't easy. When you watch him maneuver that vehicle in and around and through certain objectives, it really is genuinely amazing. I mean, he's at full blast most of the time. Like, I wouldn't do this stuff going 10 miles an hour. I would be horrified. And this guy's doing it full blast, turbo smoking, going crazy. And those are my videos for you guys to watch. Check them out. They're at JimColbertLive.com, and we'll go over those next week. And then, of course, it'll be Deb's Choice, and we'll go from there. All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec with more of The Jim Colbert Show.
What you do that's new, brought to you by Glenn Klossman, KLNESNANLAW.com.
Proudly sponsored since day one by Glenn Klossman, KlossmanLaw.com.
Well, we still have problems on the 408 westbound right near the Conway East Toll Plaza. 5 right lanes still reportedly blocked there, and traffic is just crawling by. Reports of a crash now eastbound on I-4 taking up the left lane between Fairbanks Avenue and Lee Road, causing big delays. Westbound still slow on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polkline Road. See traffic problems? Make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Mecum Auctions. Experience Mecum Kissimmee 2023, the world's largest collector car auction, now through Sunday, January 15th, with 4,000 collector cars for auction, food, exhibitors, live entertainment, and the Dodge Thrill Ride. Your Mecum experience begins at Mecum.com. That's Mecum.com.
We just talked yesterday about having that guy or that person in your life that really knows what they're doing in a specific, particular thing. And man, for me, Man, having an AC person in Central Florida is so important, and you guys have heard about so many people are just, everything's so sketchy. That's why I love the guys over at Mills Air. You never have to worry about any of that stuff. 30 years of experience, 30 plus years actually, here in Central Florida, keeping you nice and cool. They're great people. They're wonderful people, actually, and the techs know this stuff inside and out. The great thing is once you call these guys, you'll always have that peace of mind that your AC is going to be fine, it's going to be cooling again, and you're going to be taken care of by the best business in Central Florida. It's Mills Air, plus their carrier factory authorized dealers that can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and certainly turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Call today. It's 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. It's millsair.com.
This is the Piketon Massacre, Return to Pike County.
New details into what was uncovered at the gruesome crime scenes in Pike County.
Accused murderer George Wagner faces a judge and jury.
No Wagner family DNA was found at the crime scene.
Will he face the death penalty or will he walk free?
This case is about to blow wide open.
Listen to the Piketon Massacre Season 4. Trials begin on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The Daytona Boat Show January Super Sale is at the Daytona International Speedway, January 13th through 15th, with 17 of Central Florida's best boat dealers representing over 80 manufacturers. See a huge selection of boats, including the queen of the show, a 40-foot Cayman 401cc, all in one location. Held outdoors with great deals on new and quality pre-owned boats, bow riders, pontoon boats, ski boats, cruisers, fishing boats, and much more. Join us for a day of great music, and food trucks will also be available. The Boat Super Sale you can't afford to miss. More info at DaytonaBoatShow.com.
I never write reviews, but Navage is so amazing, I had to leave one. Nothing's ever cleared out my sinuses as well. I'm blown away by how Navage works. That's a review from Carrie, and it's one of over 100,000 online testimonials praising Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I've talked about flushing out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs. How Navage's powered suction can help you breathe better, and how your nose is the body's air filter, and Navage will clean it out. But don't take my word for it. What do people like Chad say, who wrote, Navage has helped clear out my nasal passages every single night. My wife says my snoring has gone way down. Snorefest be gone, unquote. Navage is the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million customers to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel vPro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Is it getting harder to find new customers? After all, it's one thing to run a business and another to grow it, especially these days. But what if you had access to everyone listening to me right now? Access to all the customers in your area. As the #1 audio company in America, iHeartMedia gives you access to all the customers you need to grow at a fraction of the cost of digital, video, and social advertising, with experts ready to craft your message fast. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
This job, we fight for as many people as we can. Sometimes people are afraid to fight the insurance companies. That's why I'm here. Injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo DeWitt. Offices, Orlando and Tampa.
Follow the Bible in a Year with Jack Graham podcast today. Begin your New Year's resolution with the Bible and see why millions have already started Bible in a Year with Jack Graham.
This podcast was created to help you solidify your faith as you experience the story of the Bible through live action recordings and emotional orchestral music.
Listen to Bible in a Year with Jack Graham on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show, already in progress.
Novocaine. I keep it coming so I feel no pain. I tell my girl that I'ma change my ways. She knows I'm never gonna change.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us easily, 77031. You can leave us a talk back as well. Just go to the iHeartRadio app, find the Real Radio section, and then use that microphone to send something on down the line. That's those recordings you hear before we come back at times. Your 4 o'clock keyword is Bills, B-I-L-L-S. Go to realradio.fm and send it away for your chance at $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim, Deb, Jack, and Ross. They are here as well. Times are changing, guys.
How so? That's how time works.
Liposuction is now the most popular cosmetic surgery in America now is liposuction over breast augmentation.
Ah. All those BBLs.
That kind of makes sense, though, right? Because I mean, the thing is now with the information, and I've talked about this with my, with my wife. She dealt with this for a while with breast implant. She got an explant, and then really started encouraging women on a Facebook group for women who had explants dealing with breast implant illness, which is now a real thing. So they saw they only saw a 0.5% drop, but it was enough combined with the increase of liposuction procedures that have been going on.
That is the only medical procedure that I have a difficult time watching. I can watch open heart surgery, brain surgery.
Oh, but then vacuuming out that fat is just too much, huh?
It's because of the violent nature of it. It is not gentle I've never been so appreciative for anesthesia than watching and then the jiggling and then the ramming and the...
Have you ever seen it, by the way, guys? Have you ever seen an actual procedure of liposuction, how they do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Deb's right. It's effing violent. I mean, it's brutal. Have you seen one, Jack?
Maybe clips, but not extensive.
Yeah,
you got to watch it.
They'll make like an incision and then stick this.
They show it in Fight Club.
Like this wand.
Yeah.
They stick in there and they just basically like they're vacuuming under the seat of your car.
Yeah,
Except you're actually more gentle with the back seat of your car than they are.
Ramming it in there. They are ramming it in there.
You pay extra for that.
They go down to Ram Ranch.
They are the Ram
Ranch. They
Ranch.
are Ram Ranch, exactly. Now we know what those cowboys are hanging out.
And the worst part of the entire thing when you watch it is I guess there's a filter it has to go through or something, but when they're sucking all that yellow, visceral fat out of your body, it goes into this canister, and you're like, right, and they show it. I'm like, bleh.
Exactly.
They jar it up. Like,
oh, man.
Well, no, a lot of cases.
It is like fat butter.
What they will do is that they will pull the fat from other places of your body. So if you are looking for breast augmentation, but you don't want to go the silicone or the saline route, in some cases, they clean that fat, they strain it, and then they can inject it into other parts of your body that you want to plump up.
There you go, Jack.
In 2021, how many cosmetic procedures, surgical and non-surgical, do you think were carried out throughout the world?
Well, before you check, let's see, how many?
How many?
Oh, that's disgusting.
No,
Isn't
look
that
at
hardcore?
it. Look at it.
I was all right with the jamming that thing in there.
I know.
But when they show the tube of the stuff coming out, that's where it's like.
Look, if they just showed the doctor, you'd think it was a porn.
Well, I have to say, half of those procedures, like Brazil is an interesting country, right?
Yeah.
Because my ex-husband's cousin, when she had her second child, like they literally, you have the baby and they do the tummy tuck like right then.
Really? Since they already got you under and everything like that?
It's the country for cosmetic procedure because Brazilians live on the beach. They live on the beach.
Right.
From the moment you're born to the moment you die, everything is on the beach. And it's a very bikini culture. So
contouring procedure known as lipo represented about 15% of all cosmetic surgeries performed worldwide. 13% for breast augmentation. But let me get you this. What do you think the number one cosmetic surgery for males is?
Don't tell me penis enlargement.
It's not penis enlargement, but the guy who got his leg extensions is healed up now and says it was the best thing he ever did.
Really?
Oh, yeah. 5 inches taller. He said his life is way different now. Way different. He said it's way different. 5 inches taller with leg extensions for real. And he says his life is just not even the same at all.
Really? But after everything he had to go through with them cutting his femurs and everything?
Oh, yeah. It's amazing all that to get paid attention to by a woman.
Oh, and his job.
Yeah.
He probably makes more money than he did before.
He said everything changed.
Botox.
Not Botox. What do you think? The number one cosmetic procedure for males, Ross?
Ooh.
Not penis enlargement, not Botox. And I'll give you one. It's not lipo.
I'm going to go with permanent eyebrows.
Permanent what?
Eyebrows?
Not permanent eyebrows.
Permanent beard?
Jack, you get the last shot, and that's your clue.
It's hair. Yes,
it's not hair. It's an eyelid lift. An eyelid lift is the number one surgical procedure from men now.
Makes you look younger.
It makes you look younger. You take those bags out of your eyes, makes your eyes look brighter, makes you look younger. Women have been doing it for years, along with facelifts. 30 million, by the way, surgical and non-surgical cosmetic procedures done worldwide. What country do you think has the most cosmetic surgeons?
I'll go with us.
You go with us? Guatemala? What do you think?
I'll go Brazil.
Yeah, it's us, and it's not even remotely close. Like, it's not even close. How many do you think we have in this country? This is a bit shocking / not shocking at all.
20,000.
I'm going.
That's a little hot. I'll give you. I'll give you a heads up there.
Work off me.
I'll go 16,000.
Too hot. Less than.
Take the less and win.
I'm going to take 11,000.
Yeah, it's 7,000 surgeons. 7,000.
Wow.
Brazil and Japan finishing a distant second and third.
Can I get a date?
With only 8.9 and 5.7% of their doctors working in cosmetic surgery, respectively.
Thank you. That was a fresh ding.
The most popular destinations, if you want to get one overboard, we were just talking about going overseas to get this, right? We were just talking about that.
Mexico?
Turkey, Colombia, Mexico, and Thailand are where people go to get these surgeries when they travel to get them. Would you ever have a cosmetic procedure?
As of now, no.
Let me ask you, if you started losing your hair tomorrow.
Yeah, I would just run with it.
Would you really? You would just deal with being bald?
Yeah.
Why not? Bald is beautiful.
Yeah, but I mean,
well, look at that, Jim. You're a campaign.
Yeah, they're there for a while, guys. That was like everybody wanted to get it, but I don't hear that much about it anymore. I don't even hear like people advertising it a whole bit much anymore. I wonder if the stigma's gone with that, with being bald.
Oh, I think so.
Well, what's the stigma?
Well, the stigma was just you were bald. It was just you didn't have hair. That you were older, right? The stigma is that you don't have hair. You're older. Of course, I mean we know that's not 100% the truth.
No, it just means you have an excess of testosterone.
Oh, yeah. And the ego thing, guys have ego things. So, they want, it's the hair thing. The perception is that you can't get a girl if you don't have, good looking hair.
I mean, you can still take care of it though.
Yeah. I mean, what do I do to take care of mine? I just buzz it with a sheep shearer.
Exactly.
I mean, but I just keep it cut and clean. That's it.
That's taking care of it. Cut
Jack,
and clean.
If you started losing your hair, would you get implants?
No.
You wouldn't? You just deal with it?
No. I mean, I've been fortunate. I'm blessed to have this godlike hair.
It is godlike. It's fake.
Well, he did play Jesus.
It is. I'm telling you, your hair is not even real, dude. Your hair, everything about your hair is perfect.
Yeah, I'd never
It's
have to
annoying.
give my hair compliment, but that time I jumped in front of Jimmy to beat him to it. But no, and and that's the thing. When I grew in the beard and it came in gray, I'm like, well, I said I'd never color my hair. I'm not going to start coloring the beard.
You can't do it. It's amazing that you have a gray beard and no gray hair up top. That is amazing.
Yeah.
I may get an eye lift. I if I got into my 60s and my eyes started kind of looking like that, I may do that. I wouldn't rule against that. That would be about the only thing. I'd never get lipo. Because here's the thing with lipo. Here's the thing that kills me about lipo. I feel like I got a shot to conquer that on my own, right?
Yeah.
Like I can't conquer aging and gravity and, getting old. You can't beat that other than maybe, getting a couple of procedures to tighten yourself up. But I feel like lipo should be the very last thing you do to lose weight. I mean, all the doctors have said you can't do it on your own. That would be the only reason. Outside of that, if I got lipo and it was just me not doing sit-ups or me not just being disciplined enough to take care of my own diet, I would feel, I don't know, I would feel like I gave up a little bit. Is that harsh?
No.
Not at all.
Although they say some, and I believe it was 60 Minutes did a report on obesity where they say 80%, I don't know, 80% of people or 80% of the people who are obese are genetically predisposed to to be overweight.
Well, I think that you can see, I mean, here in Central Florida, obviously we see a lot of families that aren't from this area because of the theme parks and stuff. And, I think it's pretty common you see two big parents. You're not going to see a skinny, railed athlete kid a lot of times.
Right.
Because the eating habits at home are, perpetuated by the two people who are doing the cooking. And they're all, you're eating gravy and grits every day,
But it's also the same place where they got their genes.
Right, yeah, I understand. And, it's, again, yeah. But, I mean, there's...
Genes with a G and genes with a J.
Yeah.
What you know about BBLs, though, Jim?
About what, buddy?
Brazilian butt lifts.
What should I know about them? I mean, I know that people do them, and I think they look ridiculous.
They're very trendy.
I'm going to get one.
And
that's what I'd get.
It looks so ridiculous.
Man, I'd book liposuction in a heartbeat.
Would you really?
And a facelift.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Would you really?
Yeah.
She volunteered the info, Jimmy, and then confirmed it twice when you followed up.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, then go get it. Why wouldn't you do it? Just go get it.
Probably because it hurts.
Well, I mean, it's going to hurt a little bit.
And I'm with you. It's
Wait,
like,
I'm sorry. Deb, the person who will not go to the doctor for any regular checkup, but will go to the doctor for the cosmetic surgery.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, as long as it looks good on the outside.
May have cancer, but I got Ram Ranch, and I wear 21 now.
Deb's not worried about the over 80 years.
Right, exactly.
She just wants to live fast now.
My left leg looks like a briquette, but I got Ram Ranch, and now I'm wearing twos.
Hell yeah. Because happiness does a lot for your longevity.
Right, exactly.
Your life, yeah. So much of it's just with your attitude.
So that's what BBLs. What they do is they lipo suck fat from other parts of your body,
and then they put it in your butt.
And then they put it in your butt.
Like I said, the Brazil, Brazil is such a fascinating place. I mean, the tongas, the different style of bikinis and where you wear what, and just the idea that you get a twofer. You have a baby, you get a tummy tuck.
And don't forget
a 2-for-1.
Don't forget about the poverty. That's also a Brazilian thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a many country thing. But yeah, the favelas are, exactly. But when you're on the beach.
I wonder if there must be a couple of men out there that's BBL'd.
You get butt lifts?
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a certain group of people that would probably be very attracted to that.
I mean, I don't know. I'm super bad at picking up, though, on, like, if someone's had plastic surgery or not.
Oh, really?
Which kind of defeats the purpose, I feel, of plastic surgery.
Well, why don't
Maybe it's done real well.
I'll give you an example. Here's where your training course is, right? Go to Park Avenue there in Winter Park and just walk down the sidewalk and look at the clown show of lips and face suction.
Look at Melanie Griffith. I mean, so many of the actresses that were, the girl next door are literally unrecognizable at this time, and I don't understand who in their lives is telling them that this is a good move, career or otherwise.
And the other thing is to suck fat out of your cheeks so that it looks like your cheeks are sunken in. And it starts with a C. There's a certain thing they do there. No, but there's a certain thing they do right there in your cheeks. That's and it makes your cheekbones look higher because there's less fat in your cheeks.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. And then you get your lips all pumped up.
Yeah, I'm
that
not.
Is the by the way.
That looks
the
ridiculous.
stupidest. Yeah.
It looks so dumb.
It is. I've never seen more beautiful, naturally beautiful women ruin their face with that lip thing. I never understand. I've been like, why would you do that? You were absolutely beautiful before, and now it looks like you're just making out with a bunch of bees. Your face is your face is just a mess now.
It looks like you got mugged from like the nose down and neck up.
You mentioned it's Melanie Griffith, right?
Yeah.
She totally
She ruined herself.
Her face.
You don't even recognize her. And Meg Ryan is another one. She's another one who went crazy with the poofy lips thing, and she never had poofy lips. Meg Ryan always had thin lips in her movies, and now when you see her, you're like, made out with some bees, huh?
Oh yeah, man, it's
sorry. And someone else just texted, and I've seen this before, that the Brazilian butt lifts has the highest fatality rate.
Oh, sure, yeah. Because they're doing them, then it'll burn out barns.
Yeah, exactly.
They're sterilizing everything with Brazilian moonshine. No, have much of a chance.
I like to think that, I just say no to any form of cosmetic surgery, although.
Okay, hit me. I like this.
Although.
What would you have, Jackson?
I was at my dermatologist, on my last checkup, and I'm like, what's what's this thing happening? It looks like I left like a patch of chocolate ice cream on my face.
Oh, did he tell you the AS?
Age spot?
Age spot.
Age spot. I'm like, man, that sucks. He's like, here, come here. And he has this open jar on his counter. He put some super cold stuff, and then it scabbed up over the next couple days, and then it flaked off, and I could still see it. I'm like, well, that was a waste.
Yeah.
And then
they've done that to me too. That's a little parlor trick they do.
Couple days go by, and then it's just completely gone.
Oh, I gotta get that done on my forehead then, because
like,
I've got a sunspot there, dude.
I am like, oh my God. And then I'm like, this is so great. I see why it's like, oh, that it was like vanished. I
could
get addicted to that.
So
I gotta literally be looking in the mirror here, man. And I gotta.
While you're doing that, I will respond to the person who texted us at 770-301 and said, "Why are radio people so unhealthy and just hate working at it?" You were speaking to me, UPS Rod. You were not speaking to my 3 cohorts.
What?
Yeah. Well, no, he said radio people, why are they so unhealthy?
And just hate working at it. You're speaking directly to me.
Yeah. What do you know about my
these
health,
other
Rod?
guys? Exactly. He just said he went to the dermatologist.
Yeah.
That liver spot on my head.
What, the country of Haiti?
Oh.
This thing right here.
Yeah.
You got that little...
It is this. Look at that. It's the size of my... It's the size of my fingernail. It looks like it looks like an eye that has just started traveling to the back of my head.
Yeah, do you want me to put a little powder on it?
No.
We'll get that bad boy. You won't even know the powder.
Be a man and wear makeup.
No.
Deborah.
Get that free stuff on it. It just burns it off. Oh, it was great.
Yeah. Powder them up. Gussy them up for
Come
the
on
boys.
this side so I can...
Gussy them up.
God dang it, Deborah.
Yeah, she's tripping all over him. She's excited. If
Jim-
you're watching on YouTube at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube, or you just go to Jim Colbert Live.
Oh my God!
She's putting.
It disappeared.
Stop wrinkling.
Oh,
stop don't wrinkle. Dude. You can't wrinkle.
Up, too late.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
Look at that.
Look, that's amazing, guys. Look at that. That's all you need. Just a little makeup.
How about that?
I have to carry a compact.
The reason why I did that, and so it blends in around. You don't want to have like one little makeup spot on your forehead.
That is amazing. Look at that. My eyesight is so bad I can't see the actual thing.
See?
Well,
there you go.
You gotta
Took
start
care of
wearing
it.
makeup.
I'll bring my concealer in tomorrow. Ooh, we'll have makeup time before the show.
No, we will not.
Yeah, Jim. Come on.
407-916-1041.
The Palatka Geisha. Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Yeah, it happened once. I'm sure.
Either that, or you got to be Gorbachev in the next year to Thursday.
What do you want?
Hey, yeah, dental workers can. Oh,
Thanks,
no.
Real Mobile.
Just be a team player and dress like a woman. It's like, is that too much to ask? God.
It certainly is. It is. It's too much to ask.
But it worked good, right?
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
Lancome, so it smells good.
Oh, yeah.
So
look at that.
What is
smell your forehead.
the current science on breast augmentation? Because it used to be from silicone, then they went to saline, but saline leaks, or then it's back to silicone.
Well, the silicone, the problem is what's in the breast implant is only part of it. It's the actual breast implant itself. The body sometimes will continually reject the silicone implant, the actual bag itself.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
because it's a foreign object floating around
Right.
in your body, and your body's like, whoa.
And what it does is, what you don't know, it actually, your body, or female's body, creates a sac around the implant. So when they take an implant out and they cut you open, it's not like it's just sitting there in your body. An actual membrane grows around it.
Right.
And what they have found is there can be leaching of the chemicals inside, or the material inside. But even then, the bag material itself could be caustic to the body, and I guess known now to be a possible cancer threat. So, that's why online Tori was continually telling people who were having mystery illnesses they couldn't understand is to go check yourself for breast implant illness, because it's a real thing. And a number of women, on Tori's recommendation, got theirs removed, and their life changed within 2 weeks. Your body immediately goes back to being kind of normal in 2 weeks. It's simply amazing.
Sorry, Jack. Don't you have to replace them too, every 10 years?
That was my next question. Yeah, maintenance.
And I don't think a lot of people know that.
So one of the things that happened is that's exactly what happened with my wife. My wife, hers were too big. She wanted to go in and get sized down. And then she did. She got sized down and then started doing the research. And then right after that happened is when she had them taken out altogether. And then she went back to her normal size when she was younger. It just went back to her normal breast size.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing how, exactly. It's amazing how much.
Her life changed. Guys, I can't even, there's no way to explain it. Different human being. Everything, all of these little weakness and hair falling out and all these, the fatigue, all of that stopped.
Sounds like autoimmune disease.
It is exactly what it is. It triggers that. If you have Hashimoto's or Sjogren's syndrome or any of those autoimmune issues and you have breast implants, you're even more likely to have an uphill fight most of your life when it comes to these just annoying little things like that. I mean, we can tell my wife was having a flare with it because in the shower, it would be like hair in the shower. And when it's not, there's none. All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
What a beautiful day, and we've got more of it on the way. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Tonight, clear skies, the low 51. Tomorrow, our Wednesday, sunshine 74. Thursday, more sunshine, the high 77. Then a cold front on Friday brings showers to the region and a little wind, leading to a much cooler Saturday with highs only in the mid-50s. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Jeff Martin Auctioneers. Jeff Martin Auctioneers is now accepting consignments for their 3-day public auction in Kissimmee, February 13th through 15th, featuring construction and farm equipment, trucks, trailers, and much more. Bid your way live on-site or online, jeffmartinauctioneers.com. Experience the difference. License AU4483.
Hi, welcome to IKEA and our winter sale. Hi. We've got hundreds of offers on everything from storage solutions to...
I'm sorry, did you say hundreds?
Yeah. Check out our offers on shelving and desks.
Ooh, what about mattresses?
Yep, those too.
Dressers? Sofas?
Yes, and yes.
I think I need a bigger cart.
Our winter sale is almost over. Visit us in-store or at IKEA-USA.com/offers to save through January 22nd. Offer dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and IKEA-USA.com/offers for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
I'm Ellie Anajar of Anajar & Levine. Injured in a car crash? Never rush to settle with insurance companies. And never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar & Levine. Our experienced legal team will fight to win you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Ellie Anajar, for a free consultation and take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, Orlando.
Visit nationstrucks.com and make no payments for 120 days with approved credit. Ford, Chevy, Dodge Ram, and GMC with the largest selection of pre-owned trucks. You're going to find them all at Nations Trucks, the world's largest independent truck dealer.
Hey, this is Gerard Butler, and I can't wait for you to see my new movie, Plane. I play an airline pilot whose flight crash lands on an island run by a militia, and I have to rescue the passengers turned hostages. It's intense, and it's action-packed. See Plane this Friday, only in theaters.
Rated R.
Choose a health plan that puts you first. With United Healthcare Individual and Family ACA Marketplace plans, your health insurance questions. Plus, our one-on-one support can help make choosing a plan easy. Go to uhcexchange.com and find a Florida plan today. Open enrollment ends January 15th. Open enrollment dates can vary by state, so make sure to visit your state's health insurance website to see the exact dates for your state's enrollment period.
Internal Revenue Service. When you owe a personal or business tax debt and can't pay, just hearing those 3 words brings feelings of fear and anxiety, and it's only a matter of time before tax liens, wage garnishments, or bank levies happen to you. We are J. David Tax Law, a local firm right here in Florida. Your first step to resolution is our no-cost consultation. We take the time to go through your specific tax problem step by step. We explain exactly what your options are and how we will resolve your tax issue. At J. David Tax Law, only highly experienced tax attorneys will represent you, and our fee payment plans are affordable for everyone. If you have tax problems, call us now for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or find us on the web at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Make a New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Help protect your identity and finances with LifeLock Identity Theft Protection. LifeLock detects identity threats you may miss on your own. And if you become a victim, LifeLock will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. Join now and save up to 25% off your first year. Go to LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS.
Research shows listeners prefer a personalized experience. So to help you remember, Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance. We personalized this ad for Amber, who really misses boy bands from the 90s.
Hey girl, I'm the cute one, here to tell you how Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I'm the heartthrob. The only thing I love more than you is saving. And I'm the other boy in the band everyone forgot about.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
According to Moody's research from July 2021, the cumulative bond default rate for rated investment-grade municipal bonds was 0.10% from 1970 to 2020. Municipal bonds don't usually get the media coverage the stock market does, but if you're looking for a potential source of federally tax-free income, now is an excellent time to consider municipal bonds from Hanyon & Walsh. If you have at least $10,000 to invest, call and talk with one of our bond specialists at 1-800-761-9761. We'll send you our exclusive bond guide free with details about how bonds may be an important part of your portfolio. Hanyon & Walsh has specialized in fixed income and growth solutions for 30 years and offers high-quality municipal bonds from across the country that are federally tax-free and have historically been low risk. Call today to request your free bond guide. 1-800-761-9761. That's 1-800-761-9761. Investing involves risk, including possible loss of principal. Income may be subject to state, local, or alternative minimum tax. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results.
S&W Kitchens. Get a free design consultation at snwkitchens.com. Creating thoughtful, livable spaces.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Just wanted to love everyone.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. 407-916-1041. Your 4 o'clock keyword has a few more minutes. It's Bills, B-I-L-L-S. Go to realradio.fm and send it away for your shot at $1,000. That's how you do it.
It's just that easy.
Keep your phone near you.
There you go. No caller ID.
Take it off silent.
That's right.
You want to hear that ring?
Oh, man, I'm notorious for that.
Oh, same here.
Leave it on. I leave it because it's on vibrate during the show, right? So I actually 90% of the time my phone is on vibrate. But if you are not in the same room, I can't tell you how many times I got missed call. I'm like, oh, damn it.
My phone is always on silent because I get push notifications from so many different news organizations. I mean, it's always going on.
Yeah, that has caused a number of small rifts in my relationship.
Really?
Ooh, do tell.
Yeah, what do you mean by rifts?
Rift. You know, like a little rift,
yeah.
like a small rift,
like a problem,
like a little encounter,
something we argue over,
like a brush up.
Oh, is it because of the ding, ding, ding?
Well, here's the thing. So if you're texting me and trying to get a hold of me, just like you guys just said, my phone
we don't bother anymore.
My phone can't be on, so I don't hear it ever, and I turn it face down. Because when I'm doing the show, I don't want to be on the phone, so I usually turn my phone face down. So even if it notifies, I don't look over there and get distracted from what I'm doing. So
I do not, because I want to be notified of breaking news.
Yeah, and and that's your job. So I have no problem with that, And with me, I just don't pay attention to it sometimes. So I can go, my phone can sit for a couple hours without even being turned over, and then I turn it over, and inevitably there's 6 missed messages and 2 missed phone calls, and then the last message from my wife after going, hey, where are you? Hey, trying to call. Then it just goes to WTF, exclamation point.
So
then it goes to, you dead?
Then it goes to, you better be.
Yeah, one day it will be true.
And then this last message is like 9:38 and then 9:40, missed call. Missed call.
what you need to do is something I was not aware you can do, although my daughter did for me, and I actually appreciate it. If I text her, she may not get it, like she's in a game or something, but my call she has to signified to push through. So even if her phone is off, it'll
send it through the notification thing or whatever.
Yeah, regardless of any setting, it's sent for priority. So you can actually do that. So if you really cared, Jimmy, you would see how to do it and do it for your wife.
I'll never figure that out.
Can one of you guys come and help him during the next break?
Yeah, no, I can't have him do that.
As a therapy?
He's busy learning how to post his own stuff. It's his New Year's resolution.
No, I'm still waiting.
Tell me about your childhood. Jack, you never gave me the video lesson, buddy. Come on.
Video lesson?
It's different to post video than it is for photographs, right?
You're right. I haven't done that. Yeah, it's easier.
Yeah,
is it really?
YouTube, dude.
I haven't done it this year.
It's YouTube. That's the thing. That's YouTube.
Yeah.
Unless you took the video. For me, that's the more difficult learning curve. Was
taking your own video?
Was learning how to because there's all kinds of rules with naming it. It's the copyright thing.
YouTube is the easiest thing in the world for us to post, and when it comes to our videos, I just post it on our YouTube page, and then I post that link.
Right.
And he's really a good teacher with that.
And that's going to be right because that's the Corona video initially was a YouTube video released on their website, and then I just pulled it and sent the link to Jack, and it went up immediately.
Yeah. He knows I'm a good teacher. We've had this lesson several times over the past few years. I think he put a pen in his hand one time to pretend he was going to write stuff down.
I took pictures of it.
Ross,
you did take pictures.
You took pictures. Are you disappointed?
You got something to say?
He looks a little shell-shocked, a little disappointed. Ross?
You got something to say?
Ross?
Please.
You look like you have some input.
He does.
Don't hold back.
He wants to say it so bad.
It's just, it is semi, I think, frustrating.
It is. You're right. I can't figure it out.
He's holding back.
It is.
He's holding back, dude. Look at Ross. He is holding back.
It is so frustrating for me. Thank you for understanding.
He is really trying to choose his words carefully.
He is, man.
I just think
you don't normally see this from our boy.
I'm a big fan of not taking extra steps when extra steps aren't needed.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the whole sending us the video in an email, which I think there might be some aspect of you that might think like, nailed it, Jim. Look at that email. I hit the paper airplane. I heard the famous Apple send. You fist pump, then it's done. But it's not done. There's a middleman. Middlemen. There's me and Jack. Jack and I.
What you don't hear is me in the house when I send the email going to my wife. She goes, "Hey, did you make that post?" I went, "Killed it." It's gonna be up in a minute. You gotta go check it out. I know, buddy. I am sorry. I am genuinely sorry.
I have weaknesses that you helped me out with.
It's hard for me to prioritize it, and that's wrong. I understand, and I apologize. I really do. And you don't have many weaknesses. You don't.
Everyone has weaknesses, and that's what a team is all about.
I mean, I talked you into marrying your wife when you didn't want to.
That's not true.
Oh, we're not talking about that now?
What? You're going to have to remind me of that combo.
It's common that people get cold feet, Ross.
Yeah, it's common. Everybody knows that.
Okay, this is not equal.
Should I jump in?
And by the way, that for me, very frustrating. I'm like, God, how many times do I have to say this guy's relationship?
Not equal. We're talking about my marriage and Jim's lack of his inability of
it's on
internet. Interneting.
I read stories about technology, and they start using words that I don't even know how to learn about it. Like, I don't even know where to go to learn about it.
So I'll be honest with you.
Technology is just
I would show you, but
you don't know, Deb.
Yeah, I do. I just don't want you bothering me every break.
I'll send it to you from now on.
No.
Don't tell me you know.
I'll send it back.
So Jack will be forwarding it to you.
Learn, Jimmy, learn.
I've brought this up in the past before, is that I really enjoy seeing you guys type. It's
You like seeing Deb and I type?
Well, because
There's two fingers between you.
Oh,
I only type with one finger. Don't give me more credit than I deserve.
You have one. Jimmy has the other.
Are you type shaming?
I
he
am
is.
type shaming.
He's
but
done it to me
I'll
before.
I did it all three of you guys. You guys are hunting and pecking, which I understand.
You know what?
You QWERTY type?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's a fast typer.
And the only reason why, and this is
Makes
genuinely,
no excuses for his misspelling and lack of grammar and punctuation, but he can type fast.
that's because the computer's doing it automatically.
Mm.
Auto correct.
You were about to say.
Yeah.
Is that I walked by Larry the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like 10 feet away from him. He's got both index just lasered onto the keyboard.
I bet there's not one news person that can actually type.
And then I walk 3 feet. Now I'm at 7 feet. He hasn't hit a button. I walk by him. I'm right next to him, and I hear him like disgruntled, like, oh, God, where is it?
Control.
And then I walked by him, and I never saw him hit a button. It was checkmate.
Like he couldn't find what symbol he wanted to create or whatever?
Couldn't find it.
You win this time, Acer.
Computer.
Yeah, you QWERTY.
All right, 407-916-1041. Another keyword coming for you right after this. And we found out the job that provides the salary and work-life balance that makes it the most desirable job in America right now. And I'll tell you what that is next.
Ooh.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
We're seeing stop-and-go traffic now southbound on the Turnpike between 417 and US 192, and then from US 192 to Kissimmee Park Road. Westbound travel is also heavy on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. A busy ride continues between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway, and eastbound delays continue between 536 and Central Florida Parkway. See traffic problems? Make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
Drought, war, and rising food prices have doubled the number of families facing malnutrition. You can help. $50 provides a food kit to feed a family for a month. Just text the word radio to 97646.
And let me tell you something. If you need a new bathroom, stop in your tracks. Put down that phone and just do a little research. The company is Rebath of Mid-Florida. What you're going to find is incredible reviews up and down all the internet, because here's the thing. These guys do it right the first time, every time, and that's one of the main reasons they can provide it at the price they can and get the installation dates that they can. Just 4 to 6 days is all it takes to change the entire way your house feels with a brand new bathroom from Rebath. And they use products that you've known about for years, like Moen, Kohler, Toto, Birch Cabinetry. That's the stuff they put in, plus natural stone. That means marble and travertine, all those beautiful colors. This is not chintzy stuff, man. This is beautiful stuff. You can actually go to the showroom, put your hands on it, feel that quality, and look at what they're building there. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Very easy to find. Slide in and just look at those products. Every bathroom at Rebath is a custom bathroom. So they basically just use those products, your ideas, the design team's ideas, and they come up with something that you are going to love for years. Hop on board today and book your appointment. It's Rebath, midfla.com.
Baby boomers and retirees, stop losing your retirement. The IRS will take substantial dollars from your retirement savings unless you take control of your retirement dollars. You can gain retirement tax protection from national talk show wealth strategist and best-selling author Chuck Oliver of The Hidden Wealth Solution. He'll give you a head start to be retirement tax and recession smart. Learn solutions with a track record of measurable results to save thousands in unnecessary taxes and gain retirement recession protection. Visit retirementprotected.com.
Real Radio is trying to help you start your 2023 off just right. Stay tuned for our Grand in Your Hand contest. Over $400,000 up for grabs, $1,000 at a time. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Thank you for calling Navy Federal Credit Union. How can I help you?
Hi, if I'm in the Army, not in the Navy, am I still eligible for membership?
Yes, you are.
What about my sister in the Air Force?
Her too.
And my dad's a Marine.
We serve all branches of the military, veterans, and their families.
My dog is a retired military working dog.
I'll see what I can do.
Find out if you're eligible at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Some roads take us to where we want to go.
other roads lead to Mo. In a world full of dangerous roads, there's only one thing you need to know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Rent is due and money is tight. You could A, pay a huge late fee, or B, get an Amscot cash advance and avoid it. Amscot, up to $500 fast. No credit check. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval. Amscot.
Anybody can win at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa. One jackpot is paid out every minute on the hottest slot machines and table games. With over $2 billion in jackpots paid out in the last year, you could be the next lucky winner. Seminole Hard Rock Tampa has over 800 rooms and suites, a luxurious rock spa and salon, award-winning restaurants, and an exciting comedy and concert lineup, including pool parties with world-renowned artists. With a variety of gaming, dining, and entertainment options, anybody can win at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa.
Happy New Year from Tools Ace Hardware. And if you didn't get a grill for Christmas, it's not too late. It's a new year and a perfect time for a brand new grill. Luckily, Tools Ace Hardware carries all the best brands and grills out there, like Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Weber. But that's not all. They also have top-of-the-line Napoleon grills and Uni pizza ovens as well. Simply visit one of their 12 Central Florida locations or shop online at acehardware.com. On top of all of that, get free assembly and local delivery on grills $3.99 and up. Tools Ace, the backyard place.
Steve Kramer here with a divorce tip. Inheritance isn't a marital asset unless you handle the money wrong or your divorce wrong. Then you can lose it to your ex. Call Trenley and Kramer, TK Law. We do divorce. OneFirmForLife.com.
Checkers $5 meal deal is for people who know what it's like to stretch. Every dollar. Ooh, before you pull a hammy, get to Checkers and feast on our $5 meal deal. Fill up on a fully dressed checker burger or fry lover's burger, plus 8-piece white meat chicken bites, Checkers oh-so-famous seasoned fries, and a 16-ounce drink. Oh, mama, that's a lot for just $5. The Checkers $5 meal deal. Woo, no stretch required.
What if you could get more for your cravings and more for your buck all at the same time? Well, at Racetrack, the bigger the cravings, the bigger the savings. Stop in and buy any 2 breakfast sandwiches for $5. If hunger strikes again, come on in and buy any pizza slice and grab another for only $1. More is tasty. Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey, Jeff, you know those 2 idiots who set themselves on fire the other day? Well, I bet they probably do a really good job of keeping everyone warm on, you guessed it, Knucklehead Island.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 5 o'clock keyword is cash. C-A-S-H. Kick it over to realradio.fm and send it away for your shot at $1,000. It's cash. That is your 5 o'clock keyword, guys. Good luck. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
What are you doing?
Jack is here.
Hi there.
Ross is here.
Oh, yeah.
Ross got a hurt leg.
A hurt leg?
Yeah, he's got a sports injury.
Yeah, I don't know if I would consider that.
No, he got a sports injury.
I think my left leg, though, is longer or shorter.
My wife just found that that's the case. What, she got fit for shoes, like good shoes? Have you guys ever done that?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, dude, when you get your foot lasered for shoes and stuff, get ready.
Oh, laser! Wait, I thought it was that black and silver thing
that
on
slide
the
thing.
floor.
Oh, no, this ain't Buster Brown, dude.
Shoe store.
This ain't Buster Brown. It's 2023. They laser it now.
Wild.
And she has a leg that's longer than the other.
Most people do.
Yeah. So you may have that.
The side, I believe, that's on your heart, your left side, usually tends to be arms a little longer, leg a little longer, breast a little larger than the right-hand side.
I did not know that.
So that's why never mind.
Yeah, I got you, buddy. Well, I hope it feels better.
It's asymmetrical.
That's also your bracing side for your golf swing too. So is it in your calf or your thigh?
Calf.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is? It's a golfing injury?
Yeah, he hurt himself golfing.
No, don't spread that.
I'm just saying you hurt yourself golfing. I hope you're better, buddy. I hope that's.
Hey, it happened to Tiger Woods, the GOAT of all time.
Yeah,
but he was also like getting beaten by Marines for fun.
He was face jumping out of choppers.
Yeah,
at
what
midnight.
a weirdo.
Exactly. All right. Before we went to break, I was telling you guys. So Market Watch goes out and they try to find the job that is the optimal job. In other words, it pays the most money, and it gives you the best personal life balance, work-life balance that there is out there. And they also throw in there the highest rate of increase or what's the word when you're needed?
Demand?
Yeah, demand in that job, right? So what do you think it is? I'll tell you what.
Something computer-driven.
I'll give you the salary, all right? The salary is $121,000. So what they're saying is that's the most money you can make with the least amount of stress to make it, is basically what they're saying.
Got it.
You also get to have a normal life. You can still do this job and have a low-stress, normal life and make a great living. That's what they're saying, the work-life balance, and why this job, they think, is the perfect job for you to make the most money and be able to also have a life to enjoy while you're making it. Because a lot of jobs that require a lot of money, where you make a lot of money, consume a lot of your time in life.
Yes.
Right.
Matter of fact, most of those do.
Yeah.
What do you think, guys?
I'll start it off I'll go with what Deb said, something to do with computers, coding.
Okay. What do you think, Jack?
West Coast lifeguard, California lifeguard.
Oh, that's a good one, Jack. It's like $500,000.
Yeah, no doubt.
And now it's like $600 trillion because they need them inland now in California.
Oh, yeah.
Video game programmer?
No, actually, you named it before. Actually, he hit it too. Software developer. That's a coder, right? It's the same thing, right? So you're coding. So you get the most for your buck with that degree, with that job. You get the most money, and it has the biggest 10-year growth expectation of many other jobs that make that exact same amount of money right now.
Send me that story, please.
Yeah?
Yeah, I want to send it to my kids.
Is coding hard, by the way? Is it just time-consuming?
For some people, it can be learned, but some people innately have a better understanding when it comes to computers, binary language, and just the whole idea of that interaction.
Yeah.
Like, not to be flip, but you don't have that, but...
So I don't have what?
Coding.
Who said? Who said something about that?
The mirror, I guess.
Your previous action.
Did you guys ever have to do any coding?
C-Lane, for example, on the News Junkie, he's someone with, our system, he, talks that language.
Oh, yeah?
Innately. So
I think my son does as well.
Yeah, he figures this stuff out, and it's just...
He's a super smart guy, by the way.
Hardwired to do that.
Yeah,
It's like he just speaks that language. But it can be learned, but a lot more effort for those who don't innately have that ability.
Yeah. What's he doing radio for?
So I took coding.
It's fun.
When I was in public school, in high school.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't even a thing there. I think there was
It was in my high school.
It just started. I think one of the big deals is you would write a program that you could take a test on. That was the first thing I remember in my high school. A couple of the guys designed basically a 10-question test where you could take it on the computer.
Well, we were required to start learning coding in high school. And then one of the first radio stations I worked at, when websites really became something that radio stations had to pay attention to, because before that,
yeah, it wasn't really like that for us.
It wasn't like that. You remember in the early days of announcing a website, you went through the entire HTTP : //www.
Right.
So in those early days, we would have to learn to code because each air talent would be responsible for coding a certain part of the website.
Wow.
So you had to know the carets and what to put in between the carets, depending on what you wanted it to do on the screen.
What kind of computers did you have in your high school?
They were like those TS-80s or whatever it was, the Texas Instruments TI-80s.
Okay.
Or
Is that not a calculator?
It was like the black screen, but when you typed it was orange instead of green. Yeah, that's what they had.
DOS?
Because you and I were
yeah.
in high school the same time frame.
Yeah.
That we both graduated in '85. We had these teletype. It's like it was connected to the computer, but you had these workstations where you would type in the code like 5 rem your name 10, and you would have to code. It's like give a line code for each line.
Yeah, my buddy Darren did that, and he's like, "This is what you have to do to make this happen."
Yeah.
And I looked, it's like that's an entire sheet of work to ask one question.
Yeah.
I said that doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense.
Well,
and then, of course, it was probably how it's going to be done because you can share this with people across the world. And I was like, that sounds fun. Are we going surfing?
Yeah.
That was pretty much my answer to that.
Well, it's just like when I started learning coding in high school, it was like, why do I need to learn this? The only people who use computers are mathematicians and scientists.
Right.
My lack of prognostication did not realize that 30 years later, I would be doing nothing but
that was your impossible
typing on a computer. But I was an art major from...
Sure.
It wasn't going to be something I was going to need to know how to do.
So let's talk about that work-life balance with money. That's an interesting concept, is it not? Like if you asked most Americans... Let's do this on the Twitter poll. We have to figure out how we word it, though. But if you ask most Americans, when you go, okay, when it comes to your level of happiness, what do you think is a fair salary to separate yourself from people? Like, let's say you only want to work 40 hours a week. That's the most you want to put in, right? You want to have your life. What do you think people like that would expect to make and be happy? Is that $75,000? Like if you worked 8 hours a day and that's all you work, no questions asked, and you never work weekends, and you made $75,000. Would that be like, that's a good work-life balance where you make enough money, but it doesn't take up all your life? Or is it more or less than that?
I remember a few years ago, that was the number that was thrown out because they say money can't buy happiness, but if you're always fighting about being broke, it can definitely,
ease that.
Yeah. So, and 75 seemed to be that number, but that was pre the inflation that we've experienced over the past few years.
Right, yeah. And I think
so
I
maybe
I think
it's
I remember
80 now,
that.
85.
Like that was the optimum salary that could get you a house, that you could have 2 cars, that you could go on a vacation once a year.
Yeah.
You could have
live a good life.
You could have money for going out to eat if you wanted to, stuff like that. I wonder if that's the same though. I think you think most people still think about like that. Do they think about their work-life balance, or are they just like, hey, I've got a job, I'm paying my bills, and they don't really think about what makes them happy in life?
I think the pandemic made people really start focusing on that because everything shifted.
Rather than just their job. I think they did too.
Because, people were spending more time with their families, with their kids. For some, that was good. For others, it was bad. But it made everyone kind of reassess,
right?
Reprioritize.
But with that said, though, I think that's the thing I'm kind of talking about. With when you do that, you go, wow, I really like this being home with look, I would love to be home with my family and wife every day. But, the real is I got to come here. So that balance is the number you have to kind of figure out for yourself, though, right? Because you get these executives and you see them, and look, we knew people, we all know people who work at a really high level, and we see them, it's 10, 12 hours a day, and it's real 10, 12 hours a day, and it really never stops. And they make a great living, but if you saw their life, their quality of life, you would want to know, do I really want to do that? Do you want to be at 9 o'clock at night sitting in on my laptop?
Right.
While my wife is sitting there waiting for me to get off my laptop so we can hang out and have a good time. Or maybe on Saturday I've got to go to the office. I make a lot of money and I got a cool boat. But what quality of life is that?
How's this for a question? Are you satisfied with your work-life balance?
That's a great question.
At Jim Colbert Show on Twitter.
Do you have a goal like that, Ross? Do you have like a number where you're like, if I make this money with what I'm doing now and I still have this time, that would make me happy? Like I think I'd be in a much better position.
No, I don't have a goal of like, oh, I work this amount and then I have this amount of time off. I know one thing. I think there's 2 types of jobs. At least I haven't worked a lot of jobs. But I feel like there's 2 branches. There's one where there's absolutely no cap. You can always
sales.
You can always do it better. You can always be preparing something. I would put this job in that category where there is technically never an off time that you couldn't be in pursuit of bettering the Jim Colbert Show or the station.
100%.
While my previous job, you clocked out, you're done.
That's it. Which do you like more? And it's interesting because this job, I think, is a considerably bigger challenge than your other job. But, I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
some people like it easy like that.
Life-wise, the other one, without a doubt. Life-wise, because when you clocked out, you couldn't take any of that home.
Yeah, you're right.
There's no way I was going to get better at my 9 to 5 job, performing at a theme park at my house.
He had a forced work-life balance that work did not bleed into his off time, so he didn't have to feel guilty about not finishing something or not doing something.
When I clocked out at, working in the parks, my brain went, all right, now it's time to get to work. Instead, now when I'm leaving here, it's, we didn't do that. We could do that.
Right.
And let's get to work on whatever I wanted to do.
I wonder how many people are happy with that. I think that's an interesting number to me. How many people are happy with their work-life balance, who feel like they make enough money for their job and the money they make is equal to the time they put in, and they think both of those numbers are fair in relation to each other. All right, by the way, you can do that on Twitter. I would love to hear your answer at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter. 407-916-1041. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
In a world of ever-changing algorithms, you can still find us here. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
We're seeing stop-and-go traffic now southbound on the Turnpike between 417 and US 192, and then from US 192 to Kissimmee Park Road. Westbound travel is also heavy on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. A busy ride continues between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway, and eastbound delays continue between 536 and Central Florida Parkway. See traffic problems? Make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa is bringing brisket back in a big way. Try it in a sandwich, bowl, or a panini. Brisket just got better at Wawa.
Man, I know this. In this state, you better for sure have yourself a good AC company to lean on when it starts getting toasty in Florida. For me, for hundreds of Central Floridians, it is Mills Air. The reason why? Well, the guy who owns this company is one of the best dudes you'll ever meet ever, and that he passes that mentality, that ethos right down through the company from his techs to everybody. And these people are... They're just, look, man, they're just good people. It's just simple. And they know this stuff inside and out. So when they come on property, you kind of know your problem solved. You can move on to something else. 30 plus years. 30 years in business here in Central Florida. They know what they're doing. Their techs, again, awesome people. They know it inside and out. And they're Carrier Factory Authorized dealers, which could get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and certainly turn to the family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call them today. It's 407-277-1159. Online, it's millsair.com.
Fence Outlet has the largest selection of fencing options in the state with over 400,000 square feet of showroom and warehouse space. Get 0% financing for 12 months for your gorgeous new fence. Book your appointment online today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at CentoMoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
Backup systems. We depend on them. Even your household budget has one. And Scott Cash Advance. Up to $500 fast with no credit check. Many locations open 24/7. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Hey, Scott. Hey, this is Gerard Butler, and I can't wait for you to see my new movie, Plane. I play an airline pilot whose flight crash lands on an island run by a militia, and I have to rescue the passengers turned hostages. It's intense, and it's action-packed. See Plane this Friday, only in theaters.
Rated R.
Is that a horse?
Actually, it's a wild stallion. Since Navy Federal Credit Union's Platinum Card made it easier to tame our holiday debt, I wanted to see if I could tame something else.
Uh-huh.
Help me saddle up. I need to pick the kids up from school.
With a low intro APR on balance transfers, the Platinum Credit Card lets you take control of your debt. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/Platinum offer. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
It's the new year, and guess what? I'm in hot water. Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car, regardless of make, model, miles, or even condition. If you owe $2,000 $3,000, $4,000, or even $7,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. We've got the banks that break the ice with lower rates and smaller payments, so you can drive a car that's twice as nice. Come see me at RC Hill Mitsubishi. Check out the new Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty, and introducing the all-new 2023 Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. For your peace of mind, we provide a lifetime limited warranty. So dump that old ride you hate, and you can drive for $8. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
Happy New Year from Tools Ace Hardware. And if you didn't get a grill for Christmas, it's not too late. It's a new year and a perfect time for a brand new grill. Luckily, Tools Ace Hardware carries all the best brands and grills out there, like Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Weber. But that's not all. They also have top-of-the-line Napoleon grills and Uni pizza ovens as well. Simply visit one of their 12 Central Florida locations or shop online at acehardware.com. On top of all of that, get free assembly and local delivery on grills $3.99 and up. Tools Ace, the backyard place.
This is Steve Kramer. Let me tell you a business secret. There are sketch companies out there selling awards. Make sure the awards earned by your lawyer are from respected organizations. At Trenley Kramer Law, our lawyers have been recognized by Orlando Magazine Best Lawyers, Florida Trend Legal Elite, Super Lawyers, and listed in U.S. News as a best law firm for years. We've earned the awards that can't be bought. Trenley Kramer, TK Law, oneFirmForLife.com.
Oh, mate, it's bloody cold out there. Lucky for you, it's a scorcher down under. Heat things up with Outback's new Smoke and Spice menu, starting at just $16.99. Try our sizzling sirloin, dripping with spicy steak butter and paired with Nashville hot shrimp. Give our Kingsland pasta a twirl, grilled steak and shrimp with creamy Alfredo. What's hiding inside that magnificent dome of smoke? Why, it's our new smoked porterhouse with juicy cuts of New York strip and filet. Try this smoking hot new menu at a down under price, only at Outback Steakhouse.
Only the free iHeartRadio app gives you access to everything you love, from the stations that keep you company, the music that keeps you singing along, to the podcasts that keep you entertained. Not to mention chances to win cash and once-in-a-lifetime artist experiences only on the app. And it's always 100% free. Only iHeartRadio gives you access to the music, radio, and podcasts you love. Download it for free in the App Store.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
I was listening to your cut-in, and yeah, I want to check out Rebath. And you told me to put down my phone and do some research.
Okay.
Well, I do all my research on my phone. What am I supposed to do?
I'm sorry.
Go to the library?
I deserve
Check
it.
out a book?
I deserve it.
What's going on, man?
I don't know.
How do I do the research? Help me out.
We'll figure it out, buddy. You sound like a smart kid. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. 5 o'clock keyword is easy, guys. It's cash. CASH. Go get it. RealRadio.fm. Send it right away, and you could also win that $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Last segment, we were talking about the story I saw on Market Watch about what they thought was the best job for the work-life balance. It turned out to be a computer programmer, software programmer. And the reason why is because you make about $121,000 a year, and the work-life balance is sustainable. In other words, you don't have to kill yourself to make that money. You have a normal life, or you go out and do things. And it's the least stress in a job. And that's what they were saying. That's why they considered it the best job out there. And we do have some phone calls for people who are talking about this work-life balance. Let's get to them. All right, 407-916-1041. Aaron, how you doing?
Doing good.
What's up?
So I'm a commercial security technician, and the company I work for, we work long days, long hours. There's unlimited amounts of overtime, but the pay doesn't quite meet the skill we have.
Right.
Especially with the company I work for. They see it more as you can work all the overtime you want, and we just pay you a little under what the standard is.
Right.
Which I've had various years where one year I've made over $50,000, and this year I'm making probably around $45,000.
Okay.
But it's like if I made, for my age and my skill, if I made $65,000, I know darn well I'd be good enough to be able to afford renting somewhere or even buying a house.
Yeah, that's interesting. Somebody had texted in earlier when I mentioned the 75 and said, and they typed like laugh out loud, 75,000 is not going to get you a house and a couple cars. I don't even know if you could rent a place and have 2 cars at $75K. And I'm like, well, maybe you're just bad at managing money because, I mean, I think you can achieve that. I'm not going to say you're living in the Taj Mahal to do that, but I'm not saying it's not unachievable.
Yeah, but I would say current area rent has doubled since
Yeah.
that 75 number was thrown out years ago.
Yeah, maybe so. How long ago was that, Jack? Like maybe 6, 7, 8 years, maybe even longer?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but you're right. It wouldn't matter. If it was even in 2019, it wouldn't be the same.
It was always I remember Jim Phillips would say money can't buy, can't buy happiness, but I would always maintain, but at a certain point, it can relieve the stress, those stressors in life that cause a lot of unhappiness.
Well, there's no question.
I think there's a bigger difference from, I don't know, 40,000 to, what was the number, 75,000 compared to 500,000 to $1 million.
Yeah, 100%. Matter of fact, you could probably even take that from 100 to 200.
Yeah.
You know, the lifestyle is going to, it could, if you wanted to, change dramatically from 100 to 200 grand. And I would say maybe even from 50 to 75, there'd be a noticeable difference.
Yes.
There'd be a noticeable difference. And again, then it's on you to manage that. You know, I don't know that people set out in life wondering, what money they have to make to be happy, what they think will make them happy. I think they just try to get a job that makes the most they can and don't really think about the work-life balance that much. I don't think a lot of people put that much effort into it.
I know somebody who is, drowning in money. A lot of money. Worth a lot of money. No life.
Yeah, no. Happy?
That's a great question.
Who knows, right?
I have no idea.
Question.
She's been too busy working.
Right. And maybe in hindsight, she'll look back and go, well, I guess. I don't know. But it's just what you value, I guess, right, Ross? I mean, if you value having nice houses and expensive clothes and nice cars, and that's what you value, I mean, so be it.
Yeah, I mean, everything comes at a cost, even making money.
It does, 100%. Russ, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, what you're talking about, and you guys just summed it up, it comes down to your happiness. You can make $1 million, but if you can make 100,000 and spend time with your family, if that's what you desire, happy form of spending your money on what makes you happy. If more money makes you happy, that's to me, that's not desirable.
And what about this? So this is an interesting thing, buddy. I listened to a podcast by a guy named Mark Maron. If you ever get a chance, if you haven't heard of him, check it out. It's called WTF with Mark Maron. And he was just talking to Colin Hanks, which is Tom Hanks' son. Thanks for your call, by the way, but I appreciate it. And Colin Hanks, and they talk about the very thing of acting. And when Tom Hanks was talking to his son about going into acting, he looked at him and said, now understand, you only act if you love it. That means you only act if you make 20 grand in a year and only do a commercial, or you act if you make 10 big pictures and make 20 million. It doesn't matter. Do you love acting? Is this something you're going to really want to do? In other words, do it for the love of doing it. And I think that's another equation a lot of people have a hard time with, because people are like, wow, I'd really like to make some money and have these things that my friends and other family members have, but I really like farming. I'm in love with farming, or I really like doing something where the jobs really don't produce that kind of income. What do you do then? And somebody even texted earlier and said, man, you have no idea how many people have side hustles right now on top of their full-time job just to get to that point where they feel like they're earning enough to have that happiness. And maybe it's, making your payments on time, maybe taking that vacation occasionally, But I guess the number one thing is just summing up what you think makes you happy to begin with. And then finding something that does that, right? That's the adage we hear all the time. And can I tell you, those guys don't make acting really sound that fun. I mean, Colin says, he said it's fun when you're on set, but it's definitely not fun when you're sitting in a hotel room for the 35th day in a row. And he said, he asked his dad, because Mark Maron asked Colin Hanks, by the way, he said, do you take everything you can get? Do you ask your dad for advice on the business? He goes, well, I asked my dad about projects. If the director's good, if he likes the script, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, that my dad would always say, "Hey, man, it sounds like a great project. Do you want to be sitting in a hotel room by yourself for your 45th birthday? Because that's what this job is. It's sitting in a hotel by yourself on your 45th birthday." And I know a lot of people like you, Ross, that have great success and no relationship with their family because all they do is work. That was my biggest fear in this job, is just, having enough time to also be a good dad, and husband for that matter. That's tough, man.
And don't even gloss over the massive aspect of acting, which is you are 90% of the time feeling rejection.
Yeah, you're failing all the time. I mean, they mentioned that as well, but the idea that a job is fun and it offers only fun, going to your point, that everything has a cost. Yeah, sure, I get to be in this movie, but also sat in a hotel room while my family got together for my birthday or missed my birthday. And then
I just had continental breakfast for the 40th time in a row.
I missed another season of Little League.
Well, it's just like in radio, and that when you used to be able to have interns, that was always the first thing that you had them do was the grunt work, the hard work, because everyone wants to get into radio and do what we're lucky enough to be doing. But there's dues to be paid first. So first you got to hump that bin over to that remote over there at the car dealership and sit there for 3 hours and be happy that you're doing it.
Right. Daddy, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, Chef Jimmy, I got a problem.
Go ahead.
Helping my wife make supper last night. We were slicing potatoes on one of those little slicers. You slice it down, bring it back, slice it down.
Yeah, like a mandolin.
Yeah. And I felt a little sting on my finger. I didn't think nothing of it. I looked at it. There wasn't no blood. So I went ahead and finished up the potatoes. Everybody had a great supper. It was delicious. Today I noticed that there's a chunk of meat missing where that stinging was yesterday. And I'm pretty sure that somebody in my household ate that with their potatoes. The question is, does that make one of us a cannibal? And do I tell my family?
Yes and no.
Okay, yeah. No and no.
No. Yes and yes.
I'm kind of conflicted about this. I don't know that I want my wife to know that I'm irresponsible enough not to notice part of my digit missing, but still.
That's going to be a win that she's not going to let you get back for a while.
Daddy, if you don't do this at dinner tonight, if you don't stand up and go, guys, I really hurt myself. You guys, look at this injury. Look at that. That's terrible, right? Here's the problem. One of you guys ate that last night. So I'm going to
Daddy, do you like helping out in the kitchen, or would you prefer to never have to do it again?
No, I love cooking. Here's the only bonus to this whole thing. My mother-in-law lives it. She might have got it. She might have been the one.
How many people at the table?
5 of us total.
So 1 out of 5.
20%. Which finger?
The one you flip people off with.
Oh, there you go.
Didn't even bleed. I mean, it just filleted that little piece off so pretty, and there's just a nice little divot.
So pretty.
Daddy, tonight at the dinner table, maybe you can show your mother-in-law, up close and personal. Look what this did to my finger.
Exactly.
And just show her that one finger.
There's no message.
I do that constantly.
All right, thanks, Daddy. I appreciate that very much.
But if you tell them today so they can look for it.
All right, 407 916. Yeah. I want to smush that through the drain until it shows up. Shouldn't have said that. Scott, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, I'm doing good. Good to talk to y'all.
Good to talk to you as well.
You guys took a little bit of a departure there, but I'd like to
continue
talking about.
Yeah, sure do. Sure.
It's real radio. I don't know what the time.
My work-life balance right now is pretty nuts. So I'm a commercial pilot, but I'm not an airline pilot, not yet. I do what's called aerial imaging. Basically, state governments pay me to take pictures of the ground from the sky. And my schedule is 6 weeks on, 2 weeks off. And you couldn't pay me $1 million a year to continue doing what I'm doing. I'm like every day looking for a new job. And, it kind of falls back on what you were saying or what Deb was saying about radio work I'm pretty new to flying. I just graduated last year, and it's like almost kind of viewed as you're paying your dues. You got to work this awful schedule, but man, it is tearing me up, honestly.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Yeah, but
wow.
I got to tell you, listen to me, man, real quick. And Scott, this is important to listen to. I'm going to hang up so you can hear, okay?
Okay.
All right, listen. At 23 years old, you got to take it. All right? I got bad news for you. For people who believe that there's a magical cure, and I don't think you do, Scott, that there's some magical formula of being successful without really grinding it out or sacrificing greatly, 90% of those cases are anomalies, man. You got to grind. And at 23 years old,
do it while you're young and you have the energy.
If you got to jam the hours in there and it seems insurmountable, you're doing the right thing. This is when it's supposed to sound like that. When you have the time and you don't have kids or a wife or any of those responsibilities and you can put in, 10, 12 hours a day or whatever, now is the time to do that. It will pay off. You just have to trust that it will. It will. But it's tough. Man, when I had my print shop, I never worked harder in my life. Never in my life have I worked that hard and put in that many hours and sacrificed more in my life than that thing. It was murder. It was murder. God, I think about it, and it was, small business owners are magical human beings. There is no like calling out today.
Yeah.
You don't do that. There is no calling out. Matter of fact, you're working sick a lot. You're working through recitals. You're working through piano recitals. You're working through dance recitals, through baseball games, through football games, through other things. You're just working through it because it has to happen. It sucks. If I look back and I could pull back any time in my life, I would probably have burned that print shop to the ground and gotten rid of it. It took so much of my life from me.
I think your advice, though, in the beginning was keep at it, though, right?
You got to keep at it. You do. You do. I mean, but if that's what I had to do to get here, that's what you got to do. But looking back on it, it sucked. I mean, I'll be the first one to tell you, it sucked. It was no fun. But, what it taught me and what I learned from that and what I gained from that was just you had to do it.
I would add, though, yes, that you have to do the grind. You have to get through it and get it over with and move through because, you can start someplace. I was an intern at 30 here, so I took 10 years off of school. So I kind of reset my clock. When you jump around, you're also resetting, your starting point. But you just have to make sure that the path you're on is the path where you want it, where that leads is where you want to go.
Yeah.
So does the job he has now of 6 weeks on of aerial photography, does that lead to the next job?
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. Is that a jumping point? Do you see a future outside of that?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he could be the next one, if he does it right now and grinds when he's 23 and you've got the energy and the lack of responsibility, then in a few years, you get to be the one telling them to do the 6 weeks on, 2 weeks on, doing the aerial photography.
You want to make sure there's a benefit to that grind, and it's not just an employer taking advantage of a young worker.
Hey, Jackie, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good.
Hey, number one, Jimmy, I want to commend you. I mean, you're so right. You got to be happy at what you do. That to me is what I instilled in my children. But, and I learned from a long time ago that exact thing. But I got to tell you, and don't cringe, but I'm in the timeshare business, and it's booming right now because the hotel industry is so high.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, I work less than 32 hours a week, and I'm making over 120 grand. And I'm I can take my kids on vacation like 3 and 4 times a year.
Yeah.
So talk about a great work-life
Jackie,
situation.
I gotta tell you, Jackie, then you are one of the chosen few because very few people have a setup like that where they're working less than 45, 50 hours a week and gaining that same kind of salary and and time management ability. One more and we'll get to break here and go to some trivia. Steve, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good.
I'm actually driving home from work right now. I'm currently a merchandiser for a wine distributor. And I'm 35 years old. And what I was going to say is I cannot recommend enough a period of being totally destitute and unemployed at some point in your life. But it's difficult to get anybody to buy into this because it sounds so horrible.
Yeah.
But it really gives you this perspective.
You're right, Steve. It's hard to sell that whole thing to somebody, to a 17-year-old going, hey, man, listen to this. You want to be successful? It's going to cost you about 8 years starting now.
Yeah.
In 9 years, you're going to have a really good life. But right now, it's going to double suck.
Yeah. I mean, I was fired from a national building material supply company after 5.5 years as a co-manager.
Wow.
In my past, like at 25 or something.
Yeah.
And had I not been, I don't know that I ever would have had what I just recommended.
Yeah.
But I told my wife who's 2 years older even, I'm like, what you need is to be fired and not be be able to work and not have any money, and then because she's always like, when I hit this amount, then I can sit back and relax, be happy. But I've done that, and it never comes.
Yeah, and the thing is that's your perception of happiness, though, buddy. That's the thing. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate your call, but that's the whole idea. You get there and you go, oh, well, that's 120 is not enough. I need more than that.
Well, the other thing I like to tell young people is being a surveyor is great money and great work right now. The question to ask yourself is, what are you physically going to feel like when you're 40, 45, and you have to go stand in that Florida heat?
Yes, my son-in-law is a surveyor.
That's some hard work right there.
407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Load them up. Trivia's next, and Eagles tickets are up for grabs. Come get them.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
This is Super Bowl champion Alfred Williams. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Is Denver actually the best fit for Jim Harbaugh if he leaves Michigan? He's great with a powerful O-line and building them. Dominant run games. Physical defenses. It's exactly how Russell Wilson won year after year in Seattle. I'd prefer that Harbaugh stays in Ann Arbor. Yes, I would. But if he leaves, Denver feels like the perfect fit. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Intelligence runs in the family. Innovation runs in the family. Extraordinary runs in the family. The Mercedes-Benz range of SUVs. Every member is waiting to impress. Learn more at MBUSA.com.
That's right, guys. 2023 is here. Is LASIK surgery one of your New Year's resolutions? Maybe it should be. My son and my father-in-law got LASIK at the Philatosky Eye Institute. And let me tell you, in just hours, that means just the day after, because the surgery is like a few minutes at most. That's a life-changing experience, guys. There is no other way to explain to you how good this is and how good these guys are. All you have to do is text 1041 to 868686 and schedule that appointment now. You're talking life-changing technology, and they use the latest state-of-the-art tech out there. Their surgeons have performed over 65,000 LASIK procedures, and you could be one of them. Just text 1041 to 868686 and schedule that LASIK consultation with the Philatosky Eye Institute today.
Is it getting harder to find new customers? After all, it's one thing to run a business and another to grow it. But what if you had access to everyone listening to me right now? Access to all the customers in your area. As the #1 audio company in America, iHeartMedia gives you access to all the customers you need to grow at a fraction of the cost of digital, video, and social advertising. Get started today. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
Hi, welcome to IKEA and our winter sale. Hi. We've got hundreds of offers on everything from storage solutions to...
I'm sorry, did you say hundreds?
Yeah. Check out our offers on shelving and desks.
Ooh, what about mattresses?
Yep, those too.
Dressers? Sofas?
Yes and yes.
I think I need a bigger cart.
Our winter sale is almost over. Visit us in-store or at IKEA-USA.com/offers to save through January 22nd. Offer dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and IKEA-USA.com/offers for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
On the podcast, Hey Dude, the 90s Called, David Lasher and Christine Taylor, stars of the cult classic show Hey Dude, bring you back to the days of slip dresses and choker necklaces.
We're going to use Hey Dude as our jumping off point, but we are going to unpack and dive back into the decade of the 90s.
We lived it, and now we're calling on all of our friends to come back and relive it.
Listen to Hey Dude, the 90s Called on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Anybody can win at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa. One jackpot is paid out every minute on the hottest slot machines and table games. With over $2 billion in jackpots paid out in the last year, you could be the next lucky winner. Seminole Hard Rock Tampa has over 800 rooms and suites, a luxurious rock spa and salon, award-winning restaurants, and an exciting comedy and concert lineup, including pool parties with world-renowned artists. With a variety of gaming, dining, and entertainment options, anybody can win at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa.
Everyone could use a little help with their bills, especially these days. At Duke Energy, we're offering easy ways to help keep your energy bills more manageable. With programs that allow you to pay the same amount each month or pay in installments over several months. Plus, special financial assistance from the Share the Light Fund for those facing hardships. We're Duke Energy, and we're here to help you. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Make a New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Help protect your identity and finances with LifeLock Identity Theft Protection. LifeLock detects identity threats you may miss on your own. And if you become a victim, LifeLock will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. Join now and save up to 25% off your first year. Go to LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS.
Business owners, this could be the most important 10-minute call you will ever make. You may be eligible to receive up to $26,000 per employee through the Employee Retention Credit for overpayment of payroll taxes during the pandemic. Omega Accounting Solutions is a trusted business advisor that works with integrity to maximize your ERC refunds. Call Omega now at 800-300-9ERC to discover how much you can get back, or visit OmegaTaxCredits.com. Take advantage of the ERC Small Business Tax Credit before the 3-year sunset deadline. Filing begins to close March 31st, 2023. So find out if you qualify today with a quick, easy, free 10-minute ERC consultation. Don't wait up to a year for the ERC backlog to clear. Omega's funding division, Omega Funding Solutions, offers small business bridge loans to help you keep your business afloat while you wait for your refund. Call 800-300-9ERC to get started, or visit OmegaTaxCredits.com. That's 800-300-9ERC, or visit OmegaTaxCredits.com.
Local or long distance, when it's time to move, let Cento Family Moving and Storage move you. CentoMoving.com.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Eagles tickets all week.
Yeah,
how good is that? Emily, they're over at Tampa?
Yep, tickets go on sale this Friday. Concerts in March.
Very nice. 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is right there.
Hello.
Jack is here as
Hi
well.
there.
Let's find out what's in the sauce jar.
Chugga, chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack. Lickety-clack.
I have a pair of tickets to see, as Jim just said, the Eagles on the 2023 Hotel California tour.
I blew it, sorry.
This is happening March 28th at the Amalie Arena in Tampa, featuring Hotel California album in its entirety with an orchestra and a choir. You're going to church when you go see the Eagles these days.
Amen.
Amen.
Plus all of the greatest hits, man. Tickets are on sale this Friday, January 13th at 10 a.m. And that is your sauce jar, which is brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Go local and support a family-owned and operated Orlando moving and storage company. And don't forget to mention the Jim Colbert Show, because that bad boy, the Colbert, will snag you a discount. Book them today at CentoMoving.com. That's CENTO moving.com. Like that clickety-clack. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Deb. Who goes first today?
Let's welcome Ryan.
Ryan right there on line one. Ryan, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, Jimmy. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Would you like to play a little game with us?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Want to play a game?
All right, Ryan, this is a really easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of them is a lie. If you can find it, off to the sauce jar you go, and off to the Eagles you go over in March. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, very good. On this day in 1920, silver hits a robust $1.37 an ounce, which was a leading price of that year.
Wow.
Which was a milestone, actually. Here are 3 fun facts about silver and one Wolfman killing lie. Number 1, when polished, no metal is as reflective as silver. Number 2, the first modern surgical instruments were made of silver. Number 3, silver is the planet's most electrically conductive element. Or lastly, silver is very pliable. A single ounce of silver can be turned into a wire over 8,000 feet long. Which of those is a lie?
I'm going to go with C, Jimmy.
See? No, that's absolutely true. Silver is the planet's most electrically conductive element.
Wow.
Absolutely is. Who's next?
Well, let's welcome Seth.
Seth right there on line 2. Seth, how are you, friend?
Good. How are you guys, buddy?
I'm good, buddy. We're talking. Hold on. I'm doing something on my computer here. I screwed up. We do have 3 answers left. Here we go. We're talking about silver. Tell me which one of these is untrue. Number 1, when polished, no metal is as reflective as silver. Number 2, the first modern surgical instruments were made of silver. Or lastly, silver is very pliable. A single ounce can be turned into a wire over 8,000 feet long.
I'm going to go with number 1, Jim.
No, that's true. When polished, silver is as reflective as a metal can get, the most reflective we have. That's why it's in telescopes and mirrors and all that fun stuff.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Who's next, Ross?
Let's welcome Rick.
Right down the line. Rick, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good, buddy. You got a 50-50 shot here of going to see the Eagles. Are you happy?
Can I use the spare chance with Deb on the line there?
I don't know. Maybe let's find this out. Tell me which one of these is true or not true, buddy. Which one is a lie? The first modern surgical instruments were made of silver. Or lastly, silver is very pliable. A single ounce can be turned into a wire over 8,000 feet long.
I'm going to say B, only because you use the silver in the filling.
Yeah, no, that's true as well. Silver was not the first to be used for surgical instruments. It was bronze. So that means, David, how are you?
Hey now.
Hey now.
David, is this true or not? The first modern surgical instruments were made of silver.
That would be true.
That is not true, buddy. Just take the prize. Right, it's untrue. There you go. I'm going to put you on hold. Don't go anywhere. You won. Okay, you don't know it, but you did won. You're going to the Eagles. Probably shouldn't deserve it. There you go. Much better. Much better, yeah.
Like that woohoo.
Yeah, the first modern surgical instruments, I believe Roman had the speculum. Yeah.
No.
For the front and the back, by the way.
What?
Oh, yeah. They had them, and they were bronze.
You got to see what's going on.
That's right.
Nice.
Now they just do it with a finger. Back in the day, they did it with a window.
You guys are missing out.
A couple other things.
Yeah, I've got a bidet.
You may not know about silver.
I've got a friend.
By the way, that's true, though. You can take an ounce of silver and stretch it out to a wire that's over a mile, almost a mile and a half long. How crazy is that, right? Like a thread. Some other things here. Silver is naturally antimicrobial. And that is why utensils were made of silver.
Oh, okay.
Because the wealthy wanted to eliminate the possibility of food poisoning, and they knew that silver was like that, so they made all their utensils out of silver.
Right, think of silver iodine.
Silver spoon.
Yeah, oh,
yeah,
there you
because
go.
that's how you get the rich, right? You knew they were rich because they could afford that. Who's the largest silver producer in the world? What country?
India.
This actually should make sense if you think about it.
Oh, if I think about it.
That's a tough one.
China.
Mm-mm.
Mexico.
Mexico. That's right. Mexico is the number 1 exporter of silver in the world.
Why does that make sense?
Unlike gold, silver used in electronics isn't recycled. It's buried in landfills, which is really kind of a travesty when you think about it, because they go through all those boards and they take the gold flakes out of them and they actually make money off those. But silver is not that expensive. So the time and effort it would take to extract the silver from the electronics isn't worth the money to do it. So they bury it instead. How crazy.
That is crazy.
The words silver or money are the same in 14 languages around the world. In other words, silver and money are interchangeable. They're the same word.
Wow.
Or lastly here, a single grain, 65 milligrams, can be pressed into a sheet 150 times thinner than paper. There you go, silver.
Is that part of the material that's used on the James Webb? You know, those real thin micro layers?
I know they spray. I mean, they have a way of coating it with an ultra thin, like when you plate things.
Yeah, because it's
with
thinner
gold or
than a
whatever.
human hair.
Oh, yeah.
Human hair.
And the thing is, it's so workable that's what makes it so unique, is you can work it. It's very what they call ductile. Like you can, you can spread it out and it still hangs together. It still maintains its quality. What's coming up for thoughts, buddy?
Guys, I think I am starting a new service.
A new service?
A new business.
A biz?
A biz. I had my first customer this morning.
Did you really?
And I wasn't going to charge him.
Selling weed again?
No.
On that corner?
No.
Down on the corner?
Not down on the corner. No, but I think I have a new way of making income, and I wanted to run it by you guys.
I love it.
I didn't charge him, but then he tipped me.
I could be an angel investor.
You could be. I think this might actually be onto something.
All right.
Which, I know that doesn't mean a lot coming from me, but...
Let me tell you, buddy, usually I'm not excited about your bet. I am now.
Look at that.
All
Look
right.
at that. I'm batting 1,000.
All right, Ross Thought's up next.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Authorities have moved an accident off to the shoulder now, north on 429 between Colonial Drive and Plant Street. We're still seeing a stop-and-go ride heading south on the turnpike between 417 and US 192, as well as between US 192 and Kissimmee Park Road. Westbound travel stop-and-go on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic problems? Make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples helps you start the new year off right with big savings on everything you need for your business. Now, Staples Reward members get $30 back in a Staples Store bonus when they spend $100. Rewards members only. Store bonus redeemable in store only. Offer ends 1/21. Save big at Staples.
I never write reviews, but Navage is so amazing I had to leave one. Nothing's ever cleared out my sinuses as well. I'm blown away by how Navage works. That's a review from Carrie, and it's one of over 100,000 online testimonials praising Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I've talked about flushing out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs. How Navage's powered suction can help you breathe better, and how your nose is the body's air filter, and Navage will clean it out. But don't take my word for it. What do people like Chad say, who wrote, Navage has helped clear out my nasal passages every single night. My wife says my snoring has gone way down. Snorefest be gone, unquote. Navage is the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million customers to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Here's what Fence Outlet customers have to say about their experience.
Our Fence Outlet salesperson was a wealth of information. Things that weren't addressed by other companies were addressed by Fence Outlet. We're so pleased with our new Fence Outlet fence.
Go to fenceoutlet.com today. License number C10252 and C10803. The Daytona Boat Show January Super Sale is at the Daytona International Speedway, January 13th through 15th, with 17 of Central Florida's best boat dealers representing over 80 manufacturers. See a huge selection of boats, including the queen of the show, a 40-foot Cayman 401cc, all in one location. Held outdoors with great deals on new and quality pre-owned boats, bow riders, pontoon boats, ski boats, cruisers, fishing boats, and much more. Join us for a day of great music, and food trucks will also be available. The Boat Super Sale you can't afford to miss. More info at DaytonaBoatShow.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you, it finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Here's an unexpected, unplanned, and unprecedented buying opportunity from International Diamond Center. A massive store-wide clearance sale now through January 15th. IDC's on a mission to clear out excess inventory. We've slashed prices on a multi-million-dollar selection of rings, earrings, pendants, bands, bracelets, and more. You save 20, 30, even 40% on selected pieces of exquisite jewelry. And because IDC doesn't play the markup to markdown game, you know these discounts are the real deal. Hoop earrings, save 33% off IDC's already low price. Diamond stud earrings, marked down 28%. Fashion bracelets, 30% off. Fancy yellow diamonds, save an incredible 40%. Extreme values in virtually every category. If you have a special occasion coming up this year, or if you just love an unbelievable deal, you can't miss this special savings event. It's IDC's surprise clearance sale with unprecedented discounts store-wide. Outrageous savings. Now through Sunday, January 15th only, and only at International Diamond Center. Get showroom directions, store hours, and learn more at shopidc.com.
FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single-pane aluminum frame windows and get you double-insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4. Slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same. And they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at faswd.com.
Brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Don't be impressed when you hear someone settle their case for what may seem like lots of money. $500,000 seems like lots of money until you learn they lost both legs, had a brain injury, or were paralyzed and can never work again. All law firms are not the same. To see what your case may be worth, go to forthepeople.com and look at our verdicts and settlements for cases just like yours. Look before you leave. Hire the right lawyer. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, I thought gold was the best conductor, not silver. I don't know. That's just from what I was taught in school.
I read today a bunch that it was silver. The number one conductor of electricity was silver. I mean, you're welcome to if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I do spend a lot of time doing that, checking it out to make sure that's all right.
You're never wrong.
407-916-1041. I'm wrong all the time.
It's silver.
Yeah. I'm Jim. Deb is here. Jack is here. Let's get some Ross thoughts. By the way, your 6 o'clock keyword is credit, C-R-E-D-I-T. Go to realradio.fm for your shot at $1,000.
It's weird.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny.
No.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
It's Ross. Spelled like sauce.
Shoot the gas.
It's Ross Thoughts.
Guys, we need to wake up to get your cake up, and I got my cake up this morning because I made a little bit of money. Surprisingly, I didn't expect it. I had a friend reach out. He goes, I need your help bad. I really need your help.
Well, and usually that's a physical thing, right?
Yeah, you would think.
Help me move. Move this freezer or couch or...
Yeah. So I'm thinking like pizza and beer.
Right, yeah.
Check this out. I stay undefeated when it comes to wedding speeches. He was at my wedding, really enjoyed my vows, really enjoyed what words were said and put down on paper.
They were really good.
So he goes ahead and says, my brother's wedding is this weekend, and I'm freaking out because I'm his best man.
And ergo are required
to have a speech, and I'm terrified of it. And I went, well, I mean, we'll talk about it. Let's turn some ideas. Next thing I know, I fell right back in to just like wedding planning and just first of all, I have done a lot of shows in my life. A lot of stand-up shows. I've done some improv shows. I've done shows in churches. I've done shows in strip clubs. I've done a lot of shows. The hottest audience that you can get is at a wedding. They are so happy to hear a good, well-crafted speech.
And it's like one of the few places that when you go there, you know for a fact you're almost expected to cut loose. Like you're expected to have fun.
So I want to write best man / wedding speeches / vows.
Buddy,
That's a great gig for you.
I am so down for this service. This is a scary good idea.
And it took me like, I don't know, I have the speech right here. It's like 45 minutes long.
The speech is 45 minutes?
It took me 45 minutes to write it and kind of get it down to where I wanted it to be.
No one at a wedding wants a 45
No,
minutes.
no. What is it, Catholic?
45 seconds is a bit much. So, interesting questions. Do you mind fielding a few?
Yeah.
Okay, firstly. So, theoretically, you would like, well, that seems disconnected for the groom.
Well, and then
to be reaching out, how would you possibly know about the relationship between two strangers? You would have to get a lot of recon, right? A lot of information to be able to write something like little things that they like. Oh, I know you like oranges, or whatever the case may be. Just something that hits with them specifically,
personalized.
So exactly. So I conducted like a small 15-minute interview of going the first question I had for him was, how hard do you want this to go? Do you want to incorporate?
My man's got levels. My man's got writing levels. You want it 1?
Yeah, you want it medium rare?
Yeah. Because 1 is like it's a stone cold hallmark. Baby, I can't live without you. We'll give you the simple stuff. Level 5, though, is when we get into the thesaurus.
Yeah, and we start
talking about ants that have passed away 10 years ago.
So this is one of my best friends who reached out for this, but it was for his little brother, who I know, but I don't know the adult version of the little brother. I've seen him grow up, and the only thing I knew was he now has a ton of tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
So the opening line in this best man speech, I like how Orlando knows about this best man speech than the damn family does.
My first question is, obviously, they're not listening.
No. I'm banking on it that they're not listening.
Okay,
I don't even know where the wedding is.
That's a pretty big coin flip.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Opening line, I remember, first of all, thank you guys so much for being here. Here it is. My little brother is getting married. I remember when you were born. I'll never forget it. The first time I held you, I thought, wow, he is going to get a lot of bad, cheap tattoos. That's a good opening line for a best man speech.
Yeah, it's a good best
little
line.
Misdirection there. So then I started writing more and more. And I was like, man, this is so much fun. I'm having a blast learning about this person. You're finding out about the soon bride to be.
Yeah, you're like almost like a light roast.
Yeah, it's a light roast that ends with mush. The next line is, everyone thinks because my little brother has tattoos that he's gotten in a lot of trouble, like he's been arrested or something, which is true. But that's beyond the point. What I'm trying to say is, you can't flee the scene of this accident, my guy. That's not let's go. It's ironic that him getting arrested cost as much as this wedding today.
Oh, man.
Phew. Right?
Is this part? I mean, this
is it. Yeah.
This has been cleared?
Yeah. I asked him, how hard do you want this to go? And he goes, I want it to go pretty hard.
So it's a roast.
A little bit. Yeah. And both have the same end result of him staying put for once.
Whoa.
How's that?
That's great.
Bride's name, you got yourself someone special. He's a good man. He's a great little brother. And what people don't know about my brother is how responsible he is. Like when we were on his bachelor party, the very first night, he lost his phone and his wallet. Right then and there, I knew what he needed. A wife. And cash, but mainly a wife. Not a bad second stanza there, Jack.
So far, pretty good. Look, this is good.
I'm so happy to have you part of this family, and I'm even happier that he's part of your family, because I think I speak for all of the fake last name Johnsons when I say, you can have him, we're done, we've done our part. Not a bad best man speech so far.
Tag, you're it.
I've got some marriage advice for both of you. Now, my best friend has had a divorce. That I asked him, I said, do you want to incorporate the fact that your marriage failed incredibly quick
into his
best man speech?
Yeah, like, don't take advice from me.
Yeah,
right.
Which is exactly why this next line starts off with, I've got marriage advice for both of you. You have to listen, you have to love, and you have to laugh. And I'm the guy who you should listen to because I'm really good at marriage. I'm so good at marriage that I got mine done in 6 weeks. Most people take a lifetime like idiots. Nope, not me. 6 weeks. I fled the accident.
I like that.
That's not bad. And then at the very end, you always have to end it with mush.
You have to end it with something very genuine that is obviously genuine, too. No lines at all.
Jokes aside, as his older brother, I have pictured this day ever since I held my baby brother. Ever since I saw him say his first words, since the first day he put on a backpack that was way too big and he went to school, ever since he met her, the love of his life. Trust me when I say this, he loves you with all of his heart and would do anything to protect you. We love you, and now we have become the biggest, most Italian family of all time. Cheers to you, little brother. I want to write best man speeches.
Buddy,
that took 40 minutes. Give me 2 hours and we can churn out something. I'm going back to it tomorrow. I'm going to work on it again tomorrow. But
the interview is a good thing, but that may be time consuming. You need to come up with a survey, like a 25-question survey that really covers all the important stuff that you would want, and then maybe do a short interview.
Yeah.
But man, that's good. I mean,
and I'm always bummed out that sometimes, Jim, our age difference hurts my feelings. And the reason why I say that is because I wish I was at your wedding, because I definitely would have been your best man.
Oh, buddy. You missed
without a doubt,
you missed the party.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a given.
Jack never, ever, ever passes an opportunity. I love it.
Because Jack didn't go to your wedding because why again?
Somehow. Something happened with the invite, man. I don't know. Oh, that's right. We didn't get one.
You mean you didn't send one?
Yeah, that too. Yeah. It's a bad stamp day for us, I think.
Right out.
But yeah, I want to write wedding speeches. I now.
What's wrong with it? Is there a service out there like that?
I don't think that there is.
I'm going to tell you, man. I don't think there is either.
There's a niche that I'm here for.
Now, here's the important thing. That was 45 minutes of your time.
Yeah.
Do you charge per the hour? Do you charge for how long it is? Do you charge how have you structured your pricing?
Yeah, I don't know. This is all breaking news to me. You know,
what'd you charge him for that?
Yeah, I didn't charge him anything. He's one of my best friends, but he tipped me.
Yeah, how much did he tip?
He gave me $25.
$25 for 45 minutes of work.
Yeah, because he loved it. He was like, "Oh my God, this is so much better than what I was thinking."
I'm going to tell you, I think that you should start them out at like 75 up to like 150 for something really nice.
Whatever the cost is for you to do a service, when you attach wedding to it, you quadruple the price.
That's right.
Yeah.
100%.
I felt that.
Yeah, you know all about that life.
Just think that next $75 oil change could just be absolutely paid for.
You could write the one you're paying for while it's being done.
Oh, look at that. How was your best man speech? Did you have a best man? What's going on here? Do you remember your wedding?
Do you remember your best man?
What is your wife's name?
Sean was my best man.
Code Black.
Code Black. I don't remember what he said.
Oddly enough, I do.
You don't. You weren't there. You weren't there, buddy. I'm sorry. You weren't. Yeah, he said something. I mean, it's the stereotypical stuff Sean would say so he could get back to Bud Light. I mean, it's whatever he could say to get back to squeeze drinking beers. That's what he said. I don't know. I mean, probably some of the same stuff. I don't know. I don't remember. I was too busy staring at my beautiful ass wife. Who cared about what he was saying? And then look at that woman. She's unbelievable.
Can't believe she said yes.
No joke. I was like, let's get this over with before she says no. Are you kidding? Look at her. Look at me. Are you nuts? Let's go.
That was one of those.
Oh, God.
People walking by like, oh, no.
Oh, yeah. And she had a sniper on her.
It's a Make-A-Wish.
It's a Make-A-Wish.
I wonder how long he's got.
Well, yeah. What happened to that guy?
He's 13.
Who's marrying the beige turtle over there?
Don't you dare call me the beige turtle.
Okay, those are your raw thoughts. I'm out. Peace. That was scary.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Beige turtle out.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mike, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
We're still looking at a very slow ride heading south on the turnpike between 417 and US 192, and then from 192 to Kissimmee Park Road. Westbound travel is solid on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road, and also between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Eastbound steady between 536 and Central Florida Parkway. See traffic problems? Make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Start your year by taking care of one of your biggest investments, your vehicle. Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Stay in the comfort of your car for a quality Valvoline oil change in about 15 minutes. Save up to 50% at GetYourOilChange.com.
Hey guys, Jim here for my friends over at Solar Bear. Did you know that in Orlando last year, 3 different utility rate increases, and they're meeting regarding another rate increase? Stop going along with these increases. Right now is the time to go solar with Solar Bear. The #1 solar installer in the state of Florida. These guys can eliminate or help eliminate your power bill in 2023. Plus, they're the highest rated and reviewed solar company in the state, and they're locally owned and operated. That means no subcontractors. All you have to do, just visit solarbear.com today for your free estimate and check it out right now. Incredible deal. 0 down, 0% interest, no payments for 12 months with credit approval. Say goodbye to your electric bill. Say hi to Solar Bear. Solarbear.com.
The music we listen to all year long. The anthems that were our soundtrack for 2022. And the stars who made the songs we love will all be celebrated.
Live from Los Angeles on Fox.
March 27th.
Let's get it started. Be here as this year's nominees are unveiled. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific.
At LA Fitness, there's no end to what you can try with your 3-day free pass. Sign up today at startlafitness.com. From cycling to swimming, running to rowing, battle ropes to box jumps. And the perks don't stop there. When you join LA Fitness, it opens the door to premium amenities like Olympic lifting platforms, basketball courts, pools, and more. Stop into one of our hundreds of locations. Grab your free 3-day pass at startlafitness.com. That's startlafitness.com. Amenities vary by location. Certain amenities may be available for an additional fee. Free 3-day pass is redeemable by non-members only. Other restrictions apply.
Hey, this is Gerard Butler, and I can't wait for you to see my new movie, Plane. I play an airline pilot whose flight crash lands on an island run by a militia, and I have to rescue the passengers turned hostages. It's intense, and it's action-packed. See Plane this Friday, only in theaters.
Rated R.
Happy New Year from Tools Ace Hardware. And if you didn't get a grill for Christmas, it's not too late. It's a new year and a perfect time for a brand new grill. Luckily, Tools Ace Hardware carries all the best brands and grills out there, like Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Weber. But that's not all. They also have top-of-the-line Napoleon grills and Uni pizza ovens as well. Simply visit one of their 12 Central Florida locations or shop online at acehardware.com. On top of all of that, get free assembly and local delivery on grills $3.99 and up. Tools Ace, the backyard place.
Internal Revenue Service. When you owe a personal or business tax debt and can't pay, just hearing those 3 words brings feelings of fear and anxiety, and it's only a matter of time before tax liens, wage garnishments, or bank levies happen to you. We are J. David Tax Law, a local firm right here in Florida. Your first step to resolution is our no-cost consultation. We take the time to go through your specific tax problem step by step. We explain exactly what your options are and how we will resolve your tax issue. At J. David Tax Law, only highly experienced tax attorneys will represent you, and our fee payment plans are affordable for everyone. If you have tax problems, call us now for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or find us on the web at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
The Daytona Boat Show January Super Sale is at the Daytona International Speedway, January 13th through 15th, with 17 of Central Florida's best boat dealers representing over 80 manufacturers. See a huge selection of boats, including the queen of the show, a 40-foot Cayman 401cc, all in one location. Held outdoors with great deals on new and quality pre-owned boats, bow riders, pontoon boats, ski boats, cruisers, fishing boats, and much more. Join us for a day of great music, and food trucks will also be available. The Boat Super Sale you can't afford to miss. More info at DaytonaBoatShow.com.
Unexpected expenses don't exactly come with an installment plan.
What if they could? An AmScott installment cash advance from $100 to $1,000 could mean more money and more time to pay it back. AmScott, some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
We love entertaining outdoors, but
This year, our outdoor living lifestyle has changed, and it all started with a free consultation from S&W Kitchens.
S&W Kitchens gave us an outdoor living space where we can host dinners all the time. Their designers let us customize our needs and style. And now, well, we love to entertain even if it's just family for dinner. Plus, the kids love it after school.
Visit snwkitchens.com now for a free design consultation with our award-winning designers. That's snwkitchens.com.
Determination comes in many forms, but always starts with a Dunkin' Run. So take your medium or large coffee in one hand and grab a dollar donut in the other. No matter how you run, Dunkin' Run. Exclude specialty donuts and fancies. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer, terms apply.
Follow the Bible in a Year with Jack Graham podcast today. Begin your New Year's resolution with the Bible and see why millions have already started Bible in a Year with Jack Graham.
This podcast was created to help you solidify your faith as you experience the story of the Bible through live action recordings and emotional orchestral music.
Listen to Bible in a Year with Jack Graham on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You can watch radio being made on a daily basis. Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Yes, Mr. Colbert, you're completely right. Being a small business owner is no joke. I usually start my days already being in the office when the masters start, and I'm still there when Tom and Dan finish their second show of the evening and just getting home then. So it's no joke, but it's worth it when you want to be a small business owner, a successful one. Thanks,
That's
bye.
right. That's right, 100%, buddy. Got to put those hours in. Man, this guy gets forgotten a lot. Joe Walsh is a badass.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got like 5 banger songs.
Yeah.
I mean, back from the what was that thing he was in the very beginning?
James Gang?
The James Gang,
Yeah.
and then going into his own career and then with the
Solo career,
Eagles.
then the Eagles, and the Eagles added him because they wanted to have more punch.
More excitement.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, when you see the Eagles, you are going to be bored. You're going to be amazed because they are great players and the band is insane. When you play that long, do something that long together, it's flawless. But you will definitely know when Joe Walsh steps up to do his stuff. The place feels different when Walsh starts doing his thing. Rocky Mountain Way or In the City.
Yeah, In the City. I love that song.
Oh, so many good tunes. All right, 407-916-1041. Your 6 o'clock keyword is credit, C-R-E-D-I-T. Just get over to RealRadio.fm and send that away. Maybe you can win $1,000 from us. We'd love to have that happen.
Oh, we would.
Yeah, welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Hey, quick, before we get into this other story real quick, did you see any of the national championship game last night?
0.
Didn't miss much.
I watched like 6 minutes of the first quarter, and I was like, I think I know how this one's going to pan out.
It didn't. I mean, you know what it looked like? I almost tweeted this out, but whatever. I was like, this looks like a JV varsity scrimmage in high school. That's what that looked like. That looked like the seniors were playing like the freshmen. They didn't have a chance, and it's gross. They pulled their quarterback in the third quarter. That thing could have gone into the 80s. They could have scored 80 points against that team. 80 points in a national championship game. 65-7 was the final, right?
Yeah.
So they covered?
Yeah. I think they might have.
13.5 points.
One thing that I did not know about that game last night is how, and everyone's making all the memes and all the jokes, but how old Georgia's quarterback is.
Yeah, he's like 26 or something,
yeah,
right?
he's 25, and you're like, oh, that's pretty young, but not in college.
In college, he should be like 21 there.
Joe Burrow, I think, is 25.
Right, exactly.
He's 3 years into his NFL career.
Did you guys see the Mattress Mac footage?
No.
He's a Texas guy, right?
Yeah,
Mattress
Houston,
Mac?
I believe.
Right. He put $1 million on TCU.
Oh.
$1 million to win $7 million. And they just showed him in the bar because he's kind of a cantankerous old bastard.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever heard interviews with him? Oh yeah. He's he's a guy that is named Mattress Mac. So when you talk to him, he gives you a lot of Mattress Mac kind of talk. And he's just kind of a I don't know, just kind of a crotchety old guy. I don't know. I don't really have any relation to that, but He put $1 million and he was sitting there in a bar and somebody filmed him and he's just sitting there and TCU fans are just completely and utterly dejected. The bar, like people are filing out and he's just sitting there with a stone cold look in his face watching the game, watching $1 million go away. But he just won an ass load, right?
Yeah.
On the Astros World Series?
Oh, yeah. He won a ton there. And remember, he took it all in bricks and cash. And it was like, you could look it up. It was like a plastic wrapped cash. And he was loading it onto his private plane as if it was luggage. Clear bags of cash.
I mean, I don't want to brag.
You don't want to boast?
I got $25 of prop bets tonight.
All right.
Let's ride.
Who's playing tonight?
It's a bunch of NBA games.
Oh, yeah, there you go. 407-916-1041. All right, this story I wanted to kind of, because it's an interesting why. You guys ever heard of the Consumer Product Safety Commission?
Yes.
Have you heard of it, you guys?
Yeah,
the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission.
Yeah, they're watchdogs, right?
Yes, they are watchdogs. And what they say here is that any option is on the table when it comes to a product that can't be made safe. In other words, if they deem a product incapable of being made safe, they can ban that product for sale in this country at any given point. And they plan to take action against something that a ton of Americans have in their house. And when I tell you why, you're going to freak out a little bit. They're considering an action on this particular thing in your home.
What room does it go in?
It goes in your kitchen.
Microwave?
No.
Air fryers?
No.
Oh, that's
Boy,
right.
that would be a devastating market blow, would it not? It's selling those
I
things.
was going to go with lithium-ion batteries.
Now they're designing ovens like your regular oven now has the possibility of having, just air fryer setting.
Let's go with Nespresso machine.
No. It's a major one.
Refrigerators.
No.
Blenders.
No.
Dishwasher.
No.
Oven.
Magic bullet.
Microwave.
He already said that.
I'm used to
I
that.
would
A toaster.
I would love one of these, but I've never had one.
A mixer.
No.
Well, it can't be a dishwasher.
I've never had this in a home of mine, and you can't believe that, really, when you know how much I love
a bidet.
Cooking.
Like knife nunchucks.
No, you got to remember, this is a
gas stoves.
There you go. That is the answer.
Is it because of all of the rando explosions of homes taking out other neighborhood homes?
That's the next big question. Why do you think the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission is considering a ban on gas stoves in America?
Which would be terrible for people who like to cook because that's the preferred method. Heat on, heat off.
The report says the agency plans to take action to address this particular thing with gas ovens and gas stoves.
Leaks?
No. Well,
pilot lights needing to have to light them?
Eh.
A buildup of gas?
Leak of what?
Gas.
Gas? That's not really it. But there is a hidden hazard.
Carbon monoxide?
It's kind of like that. Here's the deal, right? The federal agency is considering a ban on gas stoves, a source of indoor pollution linked to childhood asthma.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So as the flame burns, of course, it's releasing the
particulates.
The particulates, and I guess it would be the
methane.
Oh God.
This is
just the hazardous gases that are associated with burning that. And they're saying that the pollutants have been linked to asthma and worsening respiratory issues with children. A 2022 study in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health found that indoor gas stove usage is associated with the increased risk of current asthma among children. The study found that almost 13% of current childhood asthma in the U.S. is attributable to using a gas stove.
Wow.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of kids.
13% of all children who have asthma, they can directly link to having a gas stove.
That's a lot of brown paper bags.
Yeah.
35% of households in the U.S. use a gas stove. And the number approaches 70% in states like California and Jersey. I guess natural gas pretty normal up there, Jack?
Yep.
Jersey?
We had one.
For heating and stuff, I'm assuming?
Yep, that too. I remember going to check, make sure the pilot light's on.
Here we go. Other studies have found that stoves emit significant levels of nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, and fine particulate matter. and without proper ventilation can raise the levels of concentrated chemicals to unsafe levels deemed by the EPA.
Wow.
Short-term exposure to NO2 is linked to worsening asthma in children, and long-term exposure has been determined to likely cause the development of asthma. I wonder if they decide to do this, if they plan on having a program to swap that out for you with a government assistance. Is if they're telling you, or maybe they'd be grandfathered in. I can't imagine that'd be the case. If it's a health issue, they're not going to grandfather that in, right, guys? There's no way. I mean, it's, if you can't grandfather in something you think is killing people, or at least helping that.
Or giving you asthma. I don't know. When it's that big, I think it might be grandfathered in. I mean, that is massive.
Yeah, because, by the way, gas stoves are not cheap.
No.
I mean, you can buy an electric oven like way cheaper than you can buy a gas stove and a gas oven. I mean, I think they start at like $1,300 now. $1,300, $1,500. I mean, I've seen them up to, you can get...
As expensive as you want.
Yeah, when you get into Wolf and Viking and all those really high dollar ones, I mean, you can spend $8,000 if you like, $10,000, $15,000.
And it's preferred in the culinary scene.
It is because, think about it. The element, it takes time for it to heat up. Then when you cut the heat, it takes time for it to cool down. And
just the control over the flame.
It's just not the same, man. When you cook on gas, it's just so much better. The heat is more even because the way the gas flows up the side of the pan, as opposed to the electric element only touching the bottom of the pan. So the sides of the pan also have heat. And when you're sauteing stuff and working at a real high level, you want it to be really hot. One of the big things and I'm an amateur cook as well. I'm just saying this. I've been around some pros. But, I've learned through my travels and talking to many chefs, one of the big things that people do when they cook at home that is a big mistake is they don't cook with enough heat. They don't get their pans hot enough, especially if you're cooking those things that really need that nice saute and that nice bite. They just, they get scared. But you should be cooking like medium-high heat for a lot of your stuff.
You can always tell a foodie owns a house if you see a gas stove.
Oh, man. Code Black just did a renovation in his house, and they have a gas stove now.
Jelly much?
Oh, my God. Don't even get me started.
That's coming from the guy who hates when people shorten words.
I can't stand that.
Just to dip your pan and do a little flambe, throw some brandy in there, and you just dip it so the flame gets up there and kisses it a little bit for some flambe there. Man, there's nothing in the world like it.
Man, I really want you to see the movie The Menu. Have you ever used the term mouthfeel?
No, because I just use the term texture. And texture is really the same, really. I mean, I know what you're saying because there is a certain thing in that world where it does have either a creamy feel in your mouth or a dry feel or a grainy feel, but it's just all, to me, it's just all texture. Why, is that a thing?
Oh, I just, there's so many parts in that movie
do they clown people using that term?
They definitely poke fun, yes. It says, I'm reading here that mouthfeel refers to the physical sensations in the mouth caused by food or drink, making it distinct from taste. That still sounds like texture.
Yeah, it's just, texture is obviously you know what it is. It's just how the food feels in your mouth. Is it crunchy? Is it luxurious? Is it velvety? Like a good mousse has a real creamy, velvety flavor to it, or a texture, as opposed to you want that fried chicken to be super crispy and crunchy.
Oh yeah.
When's the last time you had good fried chicken, dude?
Not too long ago.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. Speaking of cooking, I think I'm making my daughter's boyfriend's family dinner this weekend. They're Serbian, and what do you think I should cook them that would be representative of a good American dinner that isn't meatloaf, green beans, and mashed potatoes? I mean, we're going to step it up a little bit. Not saying that's bad because I've eaten truckloads of that in my life. I was thinking maybe braised short ribs or something.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think steak's a little too easy.
Yeah, definitely too easy.
Very easy.
Yeah.
Can't believe he even said that.
Yeah, my wife
Seriously, up your game, man.
You guys sons of bitches.
You love every one of us.
Do I?
Big
Yeah.
time. Big time.
Yeah, you do.
Big love.
Is there evidence of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so much evidence. It's all in a cabinet.
That's a good question, though. People should text us, 77031. What should Jimmy make us all? I mean, the Serbian family.
Yeah. Braised short rib is always a great time. How about fish and chips?
Oh, yeah. That's British.
That's British.
But
fried chicken's American. I could just make a big old mess of fried chicken.
and you're from the South, so you would know how to do it right.
I know how to make good fried chicken.
And a splash of racism.
Oh, just a dash.
A smidge.
No, but it is true. You don't get fried chicken up north like you get fried chicken down
Yeah,
here.
you got to make it in a paper bag. That's the only way to do it.
You make it in a paper bag.
Well, okay, here's what happens. So when you make good fried chicken, you get your chicken cut up properly, get a fryer chicken or whatever. But you put all your flour and your seasonings in a paper bag, and then you just throw the chicken in the paper bag and shake it around so it's coated properly. And I have found that that's the best way to do it.
Do you use buttermilk with anything?
You know what? Buttermilk's fine. To me, honestly, you can make a slurry and make it just as good. Buttermilk, but I think that pickle juice thing when it comes to doing it, like I saved pickle juice from my last jar of pickles because I'm going to do the chicken thing and I'm going to marinate it in pickle juice. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try that Chick-fil-A thing, and I'm going to try to get that right. I've heard that's the game changer when it comes to marinating. Buttermilk does work because the acidity of the milk will kind of make the chicken more tender and flavorful. You'll definitely get that. But I found that I think the flavor really comes in how you season your flour. Because the chicken takes salt and pepper, no big deal. But the way you season your flour is really where we're going to get tons of the flavor because that's what's going to be the flavor of your chicken.
I don't believe you. I think you're going to have to make a batch.
My wife loves we just don't eat fried food that much at the house.
No, but
my
that's
wife
a treat.
She hates the way it makes the house smell. And it does. It stinks.
Well, yeah. It's
so
like
we had to
cooking curry.
We have to cook it on an open fryer. But usually if I'm frying things, I'm just going to make wings, man.
Making pizza in your pizza oven.
I got to do that, too. I got the good flour, that 00 flour to make good dough with.
Yeah, of course.
So hard.
Gotta have the 00.
Yeah, 00 flour. It's Jim's agent.
Get out of here.
That's his idea, 007.
James Colbert.
The Colbert.
The Colbert.
The Colbert.
That's not 00 flour, is it?
00 flour. The Colbert.
Stop it. Did you guys like the video? You liked it, right?
Oh, yeah. It was a great video. JimColbertLive.com watching you work.
Get a little self-conscious sometimes. You get up there and you're like, okay. You try to make me look as good as possible.
They did a great job.
Right,
it was a fun video by the folks at Corona Cigar Company.
JimColbertLive.com if you want to check it out. All right, one last thing before we get out of here. Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yes.
Making a comeback?
Have you seen this?
No.
Yeah, they are.
I just know that they've been out of the game.
That's right.
They had a documentary about them not that long ago, and it was fascinating.
Buddy, let me tell you the creepiest thing in the world about Abercrombie and Fitch. Back in the day when my kids were young, Abercrombie and
that was it.
Abercrombie, and there was another store that was
Hollister.
Hollister was a big one.
Man, that's
And
Siegel.
Aeropostale.
That's
it.
That was another one.
I got close.
Aeropostale. They were right.
It started with an A.
Those were all the three big clothiers for my kids when they were teenagers, which would have been like 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And the creepiest thing was because all the Abercrombie and Fitch kids were all like models. Like all the guys were models and all the girls were like just gorgeous. And it would be funny. All the nerd kids would be in Abercrombie looking at jeans they're never going to buy or wear,
right.
But they're just gawking at all the beautiful people working there. And that was the job to have. If you were a kid in high school, we were told if you worked at Abercrombie, that's the job. Like that's it. That's where it ended. That's the coolest job you could have back in the day if you were working in the mall. I guess they're making a comeback. It says they shed their perfume-filled mall stores. Shirtless models. That's right. The boys, the kids, the guys used to be shirtless.
Oh my!
They would walk around shirtless in the store. These were kids like under the age of 18.
No, that's not right. That's not right.
Monday, its women's segment was back on track to deliver its highest holiday sales period ever, and its men's division was growing as well. Orders were up 9%, and they were a key destination this year for shopping. So I don't even know what made it come back around.
Yeah, if you find that interesting, you should watch this documentary. I think it's on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And it also talks about the CEO of Abercrombie and how big of a weirdo that guy was.
Mike Jeffries is the guy named.
Why?
He goes, we go after the cool kids. We go after all the attractive all-American kids with great attitude and a lot of friends. Are we exclusionary? Absolutely, he says.
Yeah, they just leaned into it.
By the way, no XL or double XL larges. They didn't for years. They never even made that. It was either large or you're too fat. Get out.
What got them though was that they were able to prove being racially biased when it came to hiring employees.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah, so that they were looking at certain races of people going, yeah, you're not the Abercrombie look.
Said that H&M is what kind of took them down a little bit as well. So the rise of H&M, which is another
Love H&M.
fast fashion kind of thing.
Love H&M.
And again, with all the other stuff, they're like, yeah, they just kind of became uncool. They tried to scrub their image of that Jeffries era, which is the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, good luck.
And they changed their logo, I guess. They had like a moose was their logo.
Yeah, they had a moose. The moose is on the loose.
They took all of that, and now the stores don't feel the same. They're not overloaded with like Jupe or whatever the perfume was or cologne at the time.
Yeah. I never rocked out with Abercrombie.
I can't fit in anything they had. I felt like a creep even being in there. My wife would go in there.
You tried it?
No, dude, come on. No. I was a Hostler guy. No. My wife would go in there to shop for the kids, and I would always just be in there, and I'd be like, man, I got to go sit outside. This is creepy.
Yeah. And whenever I try the shirt on,
all these hot guys with no shirts.
It's a crop top.
All right. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Load them up for last call. Let's get out of here on a Tuesday.
Real radio is the news junkie.
People are mourning the end of the vehicle. First it was the muscle car dying, and now it's gas-powered vehicles, at least in California by 2035. Here's what you got to think if you're like, well, that's just California. We're free in Florida. We ain't going to do that here. Kiss my ass. If you think... I didn't mean to get so aggressive.
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Another beautiful day on the books, and we've got 2 more to go before some changes this weekend with chilly air arriving. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Tonight, clear skies, the low 51. Tomorrow, sunny, the high 74. 77 on Thursday. Then on Friday, a cold front. Highs in the 60s with a chance for some rain during the afternoon. And that'll lead to some chillier weather for Saturday. High temperatures Saturday only in the mid-50s. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
Oh, the weather outside's delightful. Car accidents can be frightful. But if you're injured on the go, just call Mo, just call Mo, just call Mo.
Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Is it getting harder to find new customers? After all, it's one thing to run a business and another to grow it, especially these days. But what if you had access to everyone listening to me right now? Access to all the customers in your area. As the #1 audio company in America, iHeartMedia gives you access to all the customers you need to grow at a fraction of the cost of digital, video, and social advertising, with experts ready to craft your message fast. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Here's how to avoid a top mistake in divorce. Text messages and social media posts can wind up in front of a judge. Act accordingly. Don't post like a fool. Divorce? Trenley Kramer Law. TK Law. OneFirmForLife.com.
Some people got COVID and thought, well, that wasn't such a big deal. But you can get COVID again, and next time it could be worse, especially for those 50 and older, or with a chronic condition like heart disease or diabetes. But with an updated vaccine, you have better protection from COVID's worst outcomes. And that's a big deal. Find updated COVID vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. We can do this. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer, paying top dollar for your car, truck, sports car, exotic. What are you waiting for? We want to buy your car right now. Find out why thousands of satisfied customers across the United States put more money in their pocket by going to GiveMeTheVin.com. I told my buyers, let's get them bought. Right now is the time to go.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire the largest injury firm in the world for your injury case? Let me count the ways. Your case will be handled by your lawyer, a paralegal, and a case manager who's always in the office for you when your lawyer's in court. There's also a 24-hour hotline if you ever have a question or a problem. We've collected over $15 billion and won a lot. We became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason. Lots of people hired us. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
I never write reviews, but Navage is so amazing I had to leave one. Nothing's ever cleared out my sinuses as well. I'm blown away by how Navage works. That's a review from Carrie, and it's one of over 100,000 online testimonials praising Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I've talked about flushing out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs. How Navage's powered suction can help you breathe better, and how your nose is the body's air filter, and Navage will clean it out. But don't take my word for it. What do people like Chad say, who wrote, Navage has helped clear out my nasal passages every single night. My wife says my snoring has gone way down. Snorefest be gone, unquote. Navage is the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million customers to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
This is the Piketon Massacre, Return to Pike County.
New details into what was uncovered at the gruesome crime scenes in Pike County.
Accused murderer George Wagner faces a judge and jury.
No Wagner family DNA was found at the crime scene.
Will he face the death penalty or will he walk free?
This case is about to blow wide open.
Listen to the Piketon Massacre Season 4 Trials Begin on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by Skylight Roofing. Roof with us. SkylightRoofing.com.
So apparently Facebook is still a thing? Search gym members and join our group.
What's going on, JCS?
What's up, bro?
Jim.
Yo!
What's up with the Kathy Pageant, I Will Kill You, and Jim Colbert Show golf tournament?
Oh,
Let's make it happen.
wow. Yeah, dude, we got a bunch of stuff to do. There you go. Hope you're better. I think he got beamed up. All right, 3 lines open for last call. 1, 2, 3. There you go. 407-916-1041. Grab one of those. This is the time where you get to do something for us. Like a call back from the show, something funny. A little comment, whatever.
Just like that guy just did.
That's right. Make it short, make it sweet, make it fun. 407-916-1041. 3 lines ready to go for you right now.
It's not like we're asking for much.
That's right. I'm Jim. Hey, Deb.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Jack's here. Hi. And so is Ross.
Do you guys like Tuesdays?
One of my least favorite days of the week, actually.
I think it's so bland.
Yeah, it's one of my least favorite days of the week.
It's Monday's ugly sister.
Yeah, yeah. It used to be Thursdays, but I love Thursdays now.
Yeah, Thursdays are kind of cool.
Yeah. I don't know why I don't like Tuesdays. I think it feels too far away from the weekend and not close enough to the weekend.
Like, I think I'll take a Monday over a Tuesday.
I would take a Monday over a Tuesday. Oh, during football season for sure, right? Yeah, at least you have Monday Night Football. There's no Tuesday night in anything. Tuesday night, bleh. Sucks.
Ugh. Ugh.
407-916-1041. All lines are full now. So what?
No, just the text message that came to you at 77031 threatening to whoop your butt if you call yourself an amateur cook.
Yeah,
again.
I saw that. It was very nice what he said. I sent him a little text thanking him for those kind words. It was very sweet.
It's true. Cooking is your passion.
It is. I love doing it. Matter of fact, I bought a bunch of vegetables this week, and I told my wife to stop the HelloFresh because I just kind of want to make some food. I just like cooking, and I haven't done it in a while, so I've been cooking a lot more lately. And I cook my lunches these days. I've stopped going out for lunch.
Wow.
That's a good move.
It is a good move because I tell you what, man, I have really, I got to tell you guys, I know that a lot of people go through this at certain points in their life, and I just told myself at 55 years old I had to start taking my health a little more seriously. I'm not in horrible health, and I don't really eat that poorly or anything like that. I probably drink a little too much. You know, I mean, and not in the sense that I get drunk every night or anything like that, but, you know, I do have, a drink like almost every night, probably 5 or 6 nights a week. I have a drink, like a beer, glass of wine or something while I'm cooking.
That's usually how most centenarians say they made it that long.
Yeah, really. But just starting to eat better and exercise a little bit more, get my heart rate up a couple times a day. I started jumping rope. You guys ever jump rope?
Yeah, we were all kids.
Yeah.
No, but when you do it as exercise, that's a different game.
I will tell you what.
Yeah. That's
I will
work.
bring a jump rope tomorrow.
We're going to jump rope off?
I want to see you jump rope for 1 minute straight.
Got it.
At a good pace, though.
Remember, he's young.
That's okay. I mean, I just want to see you get those thighs up and down for 60 straight seconds.
They're 100 pounds each.
And I want to see how you breathe after that. I want to hear you breathe after that.
If
he runs.
If we were stuck on a mountain, would you guys eat my legs?
It'd be the first thing I ate.
First thing, right?
Yeah, man. That's
wait,
that's the
is Deb
meatiest
there?
part of you. I mean, I would eat his legs before Deb's legs.
All right.
I mean, he's got more meat.
I got more meat.
She's tiny.
I would take off down the hill.
All right, Deb, who do
Why
we...
you guys staying up here?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go snare trap something that's going to be a little bit tastier than Stoner over there.
Hey, I got a deer. It's not my legs.
My legs are great.
All right, Deb,
I've been reading about pit traps.
I would let you guys eat my legs. I want you to eat my legs.
And
you're so creepy.
I know. On that
Why are
note,
you? Why? Nothing.
because he just
I
We have
winked at you.
Stop it. God almighty, you're the worst, man. Just stop.
I gave
God
you
damn,
a wink.
just stop.
These legs are ready.
God, will you stop?
I got 2 of them.
Theme park drummies.
he's walking around on turkey legs.
All right, who do you have to thank today before he says something else?
We want to thank Glenn Klausman of KlausmanLaw.com for bringing us What'd You Do That's New, one of our favorite features.
That's right.
Definitely check out Ross's video of Spitfire, the Michael Jordan of dogs, this week's selection.
That's right.
And then Jimmy, yours is next week for a
Ken Block.
Ken Block.
Everybody knows who Ken Block is, the rally driver. We have
Yeah.
2 videos, 2 of his most famous videos up, and they are genuinely amazing.
And the links are up there at JimColbertLive.com. For that, you just click on the 2023 master list for What'd You Do That's New.
And while you're there, introduce yourself to the Colbert.
Very, very good. Hey, Jack, let's
That's
get to
all I'm
that Twitter
gonna say.
poll. I'm very interested in this.
Yeah, at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter. We invite you to follow us there for our daily polls. And the question was, are you satisfied with your work-life balance?
I do not think many people are. I would say that 66% of the people say they are not happy with their work-life balance.
Actually, 55% say they are happy.
Oh, wow, really?
Wow,
That's
well,
a good sign. That is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Ross, stand up?
Yes, at the end of the month, January 29th, I'm actually going to be out in Jacksonville doing some
What?
shows with First Coast Comedy. You can
That's
go to
cool.
firstcoastcomedy.com to get tickets. Let's get it.
Also, to find out his schedule all throughout the year, Ross Paget Comedy on all social media platforms. Who's coming up for Animal House tomorrow?
We have the Soul Haven Ranch in Winter Garden.
And?
Let's just say you're going to want to definitely Facebook watch that.
Or YouTube
that
watch
tomorrow.
it?
YouTube watch
There
it,
you go.
sorry. Keep forgetting what damn platform we're
Plus,
on.
we'll have Scott Maxwell in as well. You guys ready? Let's get some last call. All right.
right.
Party Mom, last call.
Yo ho, a party mom's life for me. I puff and pass, I smoke through a glass, smoke up, yeah, yo ho, smoke weed every day.
There you go, Party Mom. Thank you so
Yay.
much. Murphy, last call.
Hey guys, yeah, I've been driving for a minute trying to figure out what luxurious tastes like in your mouth. And the only thing I can think of is maybe like a 23-year-old foreign exchange.
Okay, save you a little trouble there, buddy. John, last call.
Hey guys,
Hey.
I just wanted to say that I've had COVID for the last couple of weeks, and the 4 hours that I hang out with you guys has just really helped. So I just wanted to say thanks. I got a really cool Eagle story. I'd love to share with you guys tomorrow, but it's too long for last
Yeah,
fall.
call us tomorrow, buddy. I would love to hear that. For sure, do that. Thank you, man. I hope you feel better for sure. COVID's a bitch.
Dude has COVID, but he still has taste.
Yeah.
What's up?
All right, Steve, you're last. Take us home. Last call.
Yeah, I just found out my girlfriend has a fake leg. Should I break it off?
Aww.
Oh! All right, guys, big show coming up tomorrow. Animal House, Scott Maxwell, your calls and texts. More opportunities for you to win $1,000. Plus us. We'll be here. Full
You're
blast.
welcome.
Sticking it in your face. Fat as hell.
Don't look at me when you say that.
I'm looking at myself.
So
All right.
you would eat my legs.
On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters of the Morning. And
Quicker,
Russ, it's
Jimmy.
Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Last. We will
Quicker.
see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a wonderful Tuesday evening. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
I do ginger brandy.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
We're still looking at stop-and-go traffic heading south on the Turnpike at this hour between 417 and US 192, and then from US 192 to Kissimmee Park Road. It looks pretty good in the northbound direction. Westbound travel on I-4 stop-and-go between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road, as well as eastbound between State Road 536 and Central Florida Parkway. See traffic problems? Make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Racetrack. You know what's better than one slice of pizza? More than one slice of pizza. Buy one pizza slice, get another one for only $1 at Racetrack. More slices, more tasty, more yum. Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Jock here. The Central Florida Scottish Highland Games, January 14th and 15th in Winter Springs. It's bagpipes and brave hats that Auld Lang Syne brings. Screaming